Hello, everybody, and welcome back to ANIPOD presents the In-Quy'zz-ition. I am your host, DippyTheDM, and these are my lovely players. Say hi, lovely players.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Players.
Well, that was about as well as I expected any of this to go.
Players.
So, hello, everybody, and welcome back to the new year. I'm so happy that we have gotten another revolution around the sun. It is unbelievable to me. You don't even know. I'm so emotional about it. No, I'm not. I'm not really. So, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I am tired, but I hope that that's not going to stop any of us from enjoying the session today.
That's just because you're 25 now.
Yeah, I know. It's quarter century crisis, am I right? I was about to say quarter life crisis, and I was like, I'm not gonna live to be 100.
Man.
It would be nice if I did, though. You know, I think medicine will go far enough that we will.
If I'm seeing past 80, I did something fucking wrong.
Yeah, I don't want to live that long. Your body's
Yeah.
Wow.
You
Okay.
wake up sad. I don't want that. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sad, but like bored.
All right then. I guess
Another
these are.
80 years.
I guess I'm just surrounded by a bunch of doomers. Then, my God.
If I actually live till 25, I will be surprised.
For me, to 25? All right, no, never mind. You need therapy, okay?
Yes, you do.
25?
I'm 19. I'm getting there.
Mm.
I'm getting there. I'm the same mentality
Unless
when
you
I was
have,
your
like-
age, and now I'm 27 and I'm getting old.
Oh God. Well, we were getting on a tangent that I did not mean to start. So let's get into the episode. Burst and foremost, first and foremost, by shouting out the people over at tabletopaudio.com. The wonderful music that you are listening to right now is from Tabletop Audio's web service that provides ambient tracks, backing music, sound effects, soundboards, full of other sound effects for you to use in your online games, in your in-person games, to just add that little bit of atmosphere that your games are missing at your table. It is a completely free service. You can attach it to any of your voice assistants like Google Assistant and Siri, and you can use it freely in any online game as long as you give them a shout. So that's what we're going to do here. Thank you very much, Tabletop Audio, for your wonderful service being music to our ears. I'd also like to say that we've got a lot of good stuff planned for the shows coming into this year, and we've already got the next few episodes of Dapper D's planned, a new spin-off planned, so tune in on Mondays for those. We have the folks over at Breaking Character are doing wonderful as always, and they are about to be doing their own thing. As far as I'm aware, they're going to be transferring over, or they've already transferred over?
So, the thing that's going to be happening, that they will be double streaming on their own channel, but also streaming on our channel here on YouTube.
Oh, so they're able to stream on both.
Yes,
there you go.
That is most of the plan, being what they've given me so far. They plan on announcing it next week, Wednesday. So, I can't give all the information quite yet.
Right, of course, but be on the lookout for Breaking Character to have their own unique channel that they will stream to in the coming weeks, in the coming months.
Breaking out on their own adventures.
Yes.
Exactly, which is strangely consistent with what Adventures in Initiative and now ANIPOD has kind of done in the past. It's a little weird, but it works, you know.
Wait. God.
And we obviously did Crossroads this past Tuesday. Bless you. We're not doing it this coming Tuesday. So our weeks now kind of look like Mondays and then every other Tuesdays and Fridays of the same weeks.
Yep,
unless something changes.
Action-packed.
Yeah.
So we get a packed week.
And then a soft
off.
week. Yeah.
Yes.
So, with that said, I will give an inspiration point to whoever gives the most concise yet entertaining recap of what happened last time.
We sailed
I
a
got a
boat.
blood knife.
What? What?
I love that each of you just said one thing that happened last week, as if that's the only thing.
I only care for the blood knife
Oh,
and
excuse
the
me.
waterfalls.
Like,
We went shopping. Big Galleria. Big place. Somebody now permanently smells like shit for the rest of the day, thanks to Willow, the salesperson that tried to get us to buy their perfume.
I forgot about that
That
part.
happened. There was a squirrel and a ball that that got fished out of the water.
I almost
Was that
forgot about the
straight?
squirrel on the ball.
They're still on my boat, right?
Frank?
They
Frank.
joined
Yeah.
us.
Yes.
They-
Yeah,
he
came
came
back.
back in the morning.
At the
Very
very end of this last session, he actually
Um,
made it back. I forgot about him.
We met a lovely elemental or
In.
Jinn named
Ginny Jane.
Kulinar. He gave us some pretty good stuff for pretty cheap stuff. So I thank him for that.
Yeah. Dope
We
shit.
got snow globe, really cool hat for Zog.
Mm.
Willow got a really cool blood knife.
Woo!
It's like part pen, part knife.
Yeah.
It's a blood knife.
Yeah.
Half bend, half knife.
I
half
forget what
The
Sundial
pen
got.
is as mighty as the sword.
Oh,
He got
land.
Yes.
Sundial now owns land.
Yeah, a
I'm a
literal, actual
landowner.
landowner here.
It's got a house
Don't
on
remember
it
the name of the
too.
place.
Just wait
but-
until the taxes start
Yeah,
hitting,
the
buddy.
Hey,
God.
we're adventurers. We make $500 and we're fucking rich, okay?
And then
We
you
make
lose
more money
all of it in
than
your
any
first
peasant
round of land
could.
taxes.
I'm still waiting to be rich, and I've been with this group for so long.
You
really don't make
you made a fair amount of money that you just gave it all to your parents.
I don't have any left now.
Yeah, you have no money.
To be honest, I think, like, for some reason, Sundial just gets money.
It's one way or
comes
another.
to have money.
One way or another.
And
So
we
that
don't
is an
re-
inspiration point for Burk. Thank you so much. And moving on with our episode today,
I realize
Well-
in Crossroads, I don't pay you guys enough. For your characters.
you don't pay us at all. You
give
you
us a
guys are getting
house.
paid.
You guys have a moving house.
I don't care.
You have bedrooms
They
and a
want
bath.
us.
And
Yeah, we
Tables,
hardly.
they want us
Yeah, it's almost
Yeah, you
like
guys-
you don't
you
need to
guys
worry
don't
about
have to
paying
deal
for
with
things when a lot of
travel.
stuff has been given to you that enables your safety.
Yes.
And moving
Don't have to do travel checks.
moving right into the next episode of In-Quy'zz-ition. Dun, 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 dun.
It's honestly one of my best, like, and favorite things that I've ever given. Like,
So-
players is a fucking house.
This is good like background music, and I might use this later, but I'm gonna just switch to like waves for now,
Okay.
just for the ambiance to be lessened and heightened at the same time. So, you all wake up in the morning, take a long rest if you haven't already,
Shit.
to prepare for your day, and the sun dawns on a new day in the outskirts
What's up,
of
motherfuckers?
on the outskirts of Uthoth, the black market con artist town of this region.
I feel like nobody got the joke when he said the sun dawns upon people, and I'm like, what's up?
Oh,
Completely
The
went over
sun
so
dawns on a
many
new-
heads. Yeah, I'm like, ding
I didn't
dong,
hear it. I'm
motherfucker.
sorry.
Oh,
Ding
you're good. I just like felt like that was really silent. I'm like, that was a good joke.
I was still
No, it
trying to
wasn't.
do my
It was a
recap. I think I
terrible
missed
joke.
it. So,
I didn't catch on.
oh
You're
god.
good.
So, a new day has arrived in Uthoth. As you look around, you notice that the land around you has gotten... What's the word? It's barren in this part of the land. So a lot of the land has been covered over by, like, garbage and ruins and trash and various, you know, it's looked like landfill for a large portion of your trip. But this is the part of your experience where you find there are gaps in where the trash has been piled up. Like, there are rocky outcroppings and dry, cracked land around you as you find you are in a more desolate, less ruinous in part of the environment of Quy'zz. Granted, there is still waste around you, but it is a lot fewer and farther between in this part of the area. Uthoth is still piled up as like these buildings and slums and very broken down houses amongst a town of people trying to earn as much dishonest money from each other as they can. However, today, as you set off on your journey and leave the town of Uthoth behind, you notice the environment shifting more and more towards flat badlands. Off in the distance, you see what have become known as these... I need to open the map. Fuck. Why did I close the map? I'm dumb.
Why'd you do that?
You look off into the distance, and you actually are close enough to see the Junkyard Peaklands, which are literal piles of... like, piled up high enough to resemble mountains. Whether or not natural mountains sit underneath the very obvious, like, ruinous landfill on it, you see the two most prominent peaks in the Junkyard Peaklands that stab into the upper skies off on the horizon, above the horizon line. Far enough away that you couldn't walk to it in a day, but close enough that that it's a prominent feature. The Platinum Pile shines a radiant silver glow in the sun. It is a very, very tall structure in and of its own right. And shortly behind it, Mount Copperspire it gleams its kind of orangey but also like greeny like texture. You can tell that these were very specifically a very specific kind of trash was piled on top of each of these places. It's tarnishing silver and platinum and rusting copper and wrought iron. Excuse me. And they are a long ways away, but it is very flat in this portion of the river as you begin to travel. So, I would assume that Zog is driving.
Yep.
So everyone else, you have some downtime here. I'm gonna roll for some random encounters.
I rolled an 18 for my boat handling.
18.
On the die,
Right.
I didn't add anything. It's like 20 something.
All right. 18 is actually going to be pretty on par with your last few.
Yeah.
You know, pretty smooth sailing is gonna happen today. There we go. Ooh, fun. Nope. And nope. Okay, so something will happen before the planned event today.
Well, don't tell us.
Ooh. No.
Oh yeah,
You're ruining the surprise, Dippy.
Things are going to
Please,
happen.
Fight, please.
All right. Well, I do have to determine what the random thing is, because the planned thing will be something. So I will use one of my new favorite books, the Game Master's Book of Astonishing Random Tables.
While you look, can I talk to you about mechanics?
Sure. Go ahead.
I wish to get better with my Sunderer.
Your Sunderer?
Your
gun.
rifle. Your gun.
My rifle.
You have a gun?
Yeah,
I have a-
he picked it
I
up
have
from.
a-
I
He
have a
picked it up from the
cannon,
United.
so-
Yeah, he
Yeah.
picked it up from the United Weapons Testing Range that y'all saved
Yeah.
the operative from.
This is not a
Okay.
right now thing.
Yes.
But what would that look like for me, like trying to rein in being a sharpshooter?
Well, if you had the ammo for it, which you do, you could take
I
pot
have some,
shots.
yeah.
You could take pot shots and make ranged attacks against targets that you set off in the distance.
Okay.
And I wouldn't say that it would take, because you are a cleric or a
Yes.
paladin, because you're a cleric, you already have proficiency with all simple and martial weapons, and this is classified as a martial weapon. It is classified as a martial weapon firearm, but it is a martial weapon still. So you have proficiency with it.
Oh, I never added my proficiency to this thing.
To the Sunderer?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
I did not realize that.
I'm pretty sure that you would be proficient with it, because clerics are one of those classes that are already proficient with whatever weapon they use. They're like guided by the holy light of whatever god they follow. They are proficient with all weapons. Fighters are just proficient with all weapons because they're trained to fight with whatever is available to them. So.
Oh. Wait, so a fighter is proficient with a gun?
Should be by default. I don't see why it wouldn't be.
Well, then
Firearm
never mind all
proficiency.
that.
Firearm proficiency is a thing that like. It got added into recent additions and like edits of 5e because it got added into it got added in over time.
They had guns in the they have guns in the DMG. And
Of course they do.
guns.
Yeah, they do, and those fall under martial weapons.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Martial weapon firearms. Yeah.
I thought you actually had to have firearm proficiency.
It is a proficiency you can gain with a feat.
All right, we're talking way too much about the mechanics. Let's get into the game. Sorry, I completely.
No, this was actually fairly appropriate because I needed to find a random table to roll on.
I figured it would just be something while you're doing that.
I need to link it.
What?
I'll be right back.
What the fuck? Wait, what level are you guys?
7.
Yeah, no, that
What
would be
level you
right.
want us to be?
Are we about to fight a dragon?
Wait. What
Please
level
tell
do
me we're
you think?
about to
we
fight a
are?
dragon. I want to fight a dragon.
I fucked up. I'm level 3.
What?
Why are you level 3?
I'm kidding.
He's secretly multi-classing.
Okay. Wait a
He's like, I'm gonna
I'm
forget
trying to
my
be
god
one
and go
of.
fighter.
I'm trying to be one of every class.
That's classy of you.
Please tell me
It's
that
also
what
a
I'm looking for
terrible
is going to be
build.
in this book. Please tell me that what I'm looking for
Yes.
is going to be in this book.
Uh-oh.
I've tried it before for a one shot. It is absolutely terrible to play.
Yeah.
You can't do anything, but you can simultaneously do everything.
Yeah.
You can do everything at an okay level. You can't do anything better than okay.
Flying? Yeah, I'm okay at it. Yeah. I saw like
Mediocre at best.
I saw a Tumblr post that was like average man, where everybody he can do everything at an average level. Brain surgery? You're not the worst brain surgeon ever, but you're also not the best. You're average.
Oh.
But
Yikes.
but flying, some people some things know how to fly, some things don't know how to fly at all. You are average, meaning you can fly.
How far of an extent does this go? Because, like, I can breathe underwater as well as the average fish.
Exactly. Like it's one of those things that you just kind of like have to think about. Okay, I have the stat block for it here. Why? It's fine. It'll be fine. All right. So, fuck a duck. Speakers. Okay.
Battery low.
Shit.
Oh. Ooh.
Corsair.
Charging battery.
Charging battery. There we go.
Well, she can talk in my ear all night long.
It's weirdly hot.
Yeah.
That's how, like,
Corsair.
genuine-
I don't know who you hired to do those voices, but
Let me run my battery down real quick. I just need to.
We need the voice. We need her for Zog's god.
I was just about to say, that's the true voice of Umberly in my
That's
brain.
Umberly's
Like,
Oh my gosh.
I need to find a way to
Umberly?
start.
Is that you?
Yeah. All right. So, what is everybody doing as they are traveling? Anybody want to do anything before this stuff happens?
Yes.
Please discuss amongst
Talking to-
yourselves.
Want to talk to Frank?
Oh. Hey, it's me. I'm a Frank.
At least I'm pretty sure that's what his name was.
I think it was
All right.
Frank.
Wrong?
It's wrong. I didn't write his name down.
We'll have to
I
go
just
back
said
through the
his-
video.
Oh,
Like, hey, what's your name?
Zog is just driving the boat, and if, like, he's randomly gonna pop open the window and just ask anybody to bring him coffee at some point.
That's fair.
He's just plugging
Quinlan
along.
will bring him a whole pot.
No cup, just the pop.
No.
Just
Open
Why
wide.
not?
just do an IV of coffee to him.
Coffee enemas all day, every day.
oh my god.
Allie's just gonna start doing some yoga on the front of the boat. They need to release some tension from the night before, so they're just gonna be up there just like full cat-cow pose, like,
Can Sundial join you?
yeah.
His little blobby form?
They're just like, you have to like actually take a form to do this though, Sundial. You can't just like shape into the shapes. It's about stretching, connecting
be-
with your body.
He's gonna be in his like little doughboy form. Like little tiny arms. He's like,
No, our dog
Ready.
is like,
it's just pill on floor. He's able to like slide his feet underneath, so like eventually his downward dog is just a dog. Like he just looks like a dude that's a dog limbs, but like cute.
That's a furry. That is just a furry, bud.
Oh, here he comes.
So sorry about that. That was kind of an emergency.
Sundial is like 3 kinks in one. So.
Fair. All right. No, I can
Willow
see-
wants to talk to the squirrel.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we got the squirrel back.
Yeah.
Willow, did I give the squirrel a name? Yes or no?
I want to say it was Frank.
There was Frank.
Yeah, Frank.
Okay.
Frank the squirrel. All right. So as you wake up in the morning, I'll actually do a little sit rep on your various companions. So everyone who has a companion that they're looking after, please stand up. So Ripple, don't actually stand. Stop standing up. Stop. Oh. Stop. Okay, Ripple
Hot shot.
is just sunning on the deck. He is chilling, and he's
Yeah.
wearing his little helmet, and he looks great. I need names of the others. Your Pidgeov,
Dovey.
Dovey, is just kind of keeping a perch on top of the cabin house, like the little where all the controls are. What is your little serpent, winged serpent's name? I forgot.
Never got a name. Well,
Nicolas Cage.
I asked him what his name was, and
Oh,
he
that's right. You
refused to
asked
give
him what his name was, and he didn't give it to you. That's right.
Yeah, no, he doesn't like me that much. So I just.
So
let
your
him do
winged
what-
serpent is still he's gotten to the point where he's gone from tolerating your presence to being accepting of your presence, because you've been kind of forced together for long enough that you are agreeable with each other now. He's hanging out. He has gone from like apathetic to contently apathetic. Butcher, your passenger,
Yes. I guess he's a pet.
but
He's just a dude now.
I said companions.
Yes.
Me realizing what
Yeah.
it means by Zog saying they already have too many pets. I did not know about all of these.
Yeah.
I do want to say I would have cast Enhance Ability on him again this morning. Like I said, just starting the day feeling good in them or whatnot.
Yes, and Butcher is grateful. He you can see that his lump has kind of like, it grew from the last time you talked to him to the last time. From last time to now, it's grown just a little bit more, but not like it slowed down. Like it didn't grow as much. Yeah. Still growing though. A little concerning.
Okay.
And
not much. I tried everything I could do.
Like you look at where the thing implanted into his shoulder is, and you see that it's just like it's grown as much as almost to completely encrust over the thing in his shoulder.
That's not good.
It's like getting to the point where it won't be, where you won't even be able to access it if it continues to grow like this.
We're gonna have to cut the cyst.
I've gone through my spells and whatnot. There's not a whole lot I can do unless we actually do some medicine on him. Like,
do you have either? Do you have a one of the restorations, lesser, greater?
I cast Lester last time. No, I cast Remove Curse last time.
Yes,
I do have
you
lesser
cast.
restoration.
You cast Remove Curse last time, and that did nothing.
Wait,
yeah, I do have lesser restoration.
I could cast Lester restoration.
Lester
restoration.
Lester?
You've been saying Lester.
Lester restoration.
Lesser restoration.
You cast Lester restoration, and all of a sudden the guy you cast it on just glasses, a little pudgier, you carrying around a laptop and a keyboard, and he goes, actually.
Actually,
let me correct you on that, sir. As you are fucking wrong.
Alright.
Lester.
Well, I'm not gonna metagame, and I did not prepare that spell for the day.
You didn't? Aw,
No.
okay, that's fine.
Oh no.
It's all right. So, traveling along the river. Oh, and of course, Frank. You're talking to Frank. So, you cast Speak with Animals.
Yes.
And Frank is just hanging out, and he's just... Oh, fucking... Wait a minute.
Does this work for what I was doing last time?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Hey! Good to see you again. What is it? What are you... Why are you so interested in me? Nobody has ever taken up this interest in me before. I've always just kind of rolled along, and nobody's really cared.
Well, why are you in a ball
Well, it's my home.
for 50 years
Well, you see...
and not died?
Well, you see, when I came to the magical...
Is Frank Jewish?
Well, you see, when I came to the wizard that gave me this ball...
No.
Well, you see, when I came to the wizard that gave me the ball, I was asking him for a favor, and he didn't really like the favor that I was asking for him, so he granted it to me in a way that he saw fit, and now I'm just kind of been here. Although he did provide for me, though. The ball has everything that I need. Food shows up every once in a while. I've got plenty of air. You know, it's lots of space. It might look a little cramped, but I actually have some space.
And you see, as he kind of like has his stuff pressed up against the glass to talk to you, he steps back away from it, and you see him kind of like disappear into the quote-unquote void of the ball. Like almost like he stepped back away from the mirror, and you see like the space that would occupy where he would be standing to roll around.
And then you put that in like a bag of holding, and it would explode, and he'd actually get out.
But he would be dead.
Burk, did you ever put Frank in your bag of holding?
No, I did not.
Okay, good.
Dippy didn't think about that.
I didn't think about that.
We can test that though. We can test that.
Let's do it right now. Everything. The rest of this campaign is going to be the Astro.
No, we're not doing that.
Anyway.
It's got plenty of air and room, and food shows up every once in a while, and it's enough to keep me by. I don't know of a way for other people to give me food.
Okay.
But I'm not in pain. I actually kind of like
good.
it in here. It's safe.
Okay.
I get to see the outside world, but the outside world doesn't get to see me, unless I want them to.
Yeah. It's always the nice way. How did you get away from him?
I ran away. I mean, it's pretty hard to catch a squirrel in an impenetrable ball.
That's true. Okay.
I mean, of course,
Well,
someone did catch up to me and sold me, and then another guy caught up to me after I ran away from him, and they sold me again. And then I got bought by a guy who liked me, and he kept me around. I didn't want to run away from him, but he got killed. So I ran away again, and that's when I ended up in the river. And I've kind of been floating for like a while. Like a
So who do we
long
need to
time.
kill to avenge Frank?
Oh.
Frank's old owner? Like, who do we need to kill? So Frank can, like, not have to have that revenge.
Only if Willow asks that question.
You don't have
So
to.
who was your... I know. Who was your owner that you wanted to stay with? And where was he at?
Well, he was back.
I need to open my map again.
Across the fucking world.
Well, my old owner lived over in Flirm.
And you guys recognize the town of Flirm as, more specifically, Zog, you recognize Flirm as the town where Tesla and would have ended up when she was first learning to take over her business from her parents.
Yep.
So Flirm has a connection to you somehow.
And they were staying over there. My master that I actually kind of liked, kept me in his study and he talked to me because he was able to. I think his name was Horenom.
Horenom, Horenom.
But Horenom, he was disliked by a group of people. He didn't tell me too much about them, but I think that's who killed him.
Do you know the name of them?
No.
No.
He was concerned for my safety, so he never told me.
Okay. And about how, in the best term of what you could say, how long ago was it?
You see him hold up his little paw and count on his squirrel fingers, his squirrel digits.
This many.
And he holds up his whole squirrel paw, which is 4. So 4 years.
Okay. Did you ever want to...
A squirrel paw, 4 fingers.
I know, but, like, so squirrels aren't, like...
Squirrels don't have...
Hamsters?
Squirrels
like,
don't have
like,
opposable
the
thumbs.
1,000 fucking fingers?
No.
No? Okay, cool.
No, they're not. For the sake of closing this argument, no, they don't.
I thank you for talking to me so much.
Absolutely. You're
Okay,
definitely
well-
fun.
Okay, I'm gonna go roll around the deck some more. I'm gonna go bug that crocodile.
Have fun.
And he rolls over and he starts like nudging Ripple as Ripple is just kind of lying on the deck. And Ripple goes from like fully smiling in the sunlight to just like regular, like straight croc mouth.
Yeah.
And Ripple just kind of like, leave me alone. I'm sleeping.
Ripple's just a chill dude.
He is a chill dude.
Sundial.
Yes! As I go into warrior pose. Oh.
Warrior pose? You're gonna pose. No, it's a little less aggressive than that. Feel like
And
your
will.
arms are pulling the front and the back.
My little belly just kind of slaps the floor a little bit.
Because now joined in on the yoga, just like, why not?
Incredible.
Well, when you're done, come talk to me. I don't want to break this moment of...
Sundial, like, sets his little plasmoid in his place and then walks over to...
All right.
Willow? It's like, he's got this. What's up?
We have to murder someone.
Oh, okay! Who and when? Actually, just the one? I can do multiple.
Apparently it was a group.
Ah, we can definitely do multiple.
Someone killed Frank's old owner.
Those bastards.
The most
solve this.
devious
It
man
was
in New York.
4 years
City.
ago.
It was 4 years ago? 4 years
Yeah.
ago. All right. Not so before I knew life.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a long time.
Well, when you're
That's
as
like
old
double
as
my
I am,
lifetime so far.
when you're my
Okay.
age, 8 years go by.
How old are you? Wait, this
Yes.
is rude.
Guess
Yes?
how old I am.
No, fuck.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'll probably only make me feel better about myself.
Oh
so.
God, 100? No.
No.
No, that seems
No, that's rude.
okay. 20.
Oh, thanks. No.
Alex picks up the back. 47.
Closer, but no. But still, thank you.
69.
Now that is rude.
Oh well.
I am 66. Thank you.
I haven't taught him what that means yet. He just thinks it's funny.
I just meant that I was 3 years older than. That's 3 years time from now.
Oh. Well, it's gonna be a wild time. That's what
Incredible.
Zog says.
Okay. So, as you are floating down the river, you come to a bend in the you come to a river bend, a long sweeping river bend, and on one of the banks of the river you spot somewhere down the river bend. Yeah.
Thank you.
And as you approach like the apex of the corner of the river, you spot something lying on the bank of the river. A rather large thing, larger than you would normally see, lying on the bank of a river, just not protecting itself. It appears to be covered in bronze scales. And it lies like on its back, wings spread eagle across the bank of the river, and a long neck coming to a beaked face and some head fins. It appears, in no uncertain terms, to be a wormling. More specifically, a bronze wormling. I need one person to roll a sundown guy. I need someone to roll a nature check that would see this wormling sunning on the riverbank.
I will not be volunteering for that.
I can. I mean, I would definitely, like, just driving the boat, I'd see it from where I'm at, probably, right?
Mm-hmm. You would.
Yeah, I'll roll it. 22.
22. Bronze dragons are an uncommon sight. Metallic dragons especially are an uncommon sight in the realms. You're more akin to seeing their matte chromatic counterparts, more as evidenced by the Tiamat emblem that was recently disposed of. But metallic dragons are not completely unheard of, because they are considerably nicer than their chromatic counterparts.
Oh, okay.
Metallic dragons have a propensity to be more good than their chromatic counterparts. So much so that there are tales of specific metallic dragons who have acted as important politicians and philanthropists over the course of history. Some of these dragons have acted as adventurers in their own right, in their human form, and when they have aged, they have become their dragon form, to no one's shock or awe. To see one this young, though, is surprising and promising because it means that there are breeding pairs. So, it might be worth giving him a shout, seeing what he's all about.
Yeah, I got enough people on this boat. We're gonna keep moving. No.
Damn. All right, so you're moving on.
Wow.
No.
Well,
Sundial,
I
you just move
Orphanage
on
is
without
full.
Sundial even coming back and knowing about it. Like Sundial's just like, wait, what?
Zog will definitely like can words.
Use your words.
Fuck.
Can I and when it and then,
Is
and then
my-
it has a
Me when you when your mom.
Yeah, yep.
Is my boat horn aggressive? Or can I do like a little
Ooh.
toot?
It is a. That's a good question.
I know, right? Because I feel like it would be a kind of gentle horn. I'm more like,
Well,
hey,
first and
come on,
foremost-
hop aboard.
Well, first and foremost, normally it would be a steam whistle, but your boat is not powered by
You are
steam, it's
right.
powered by magic. So
Yes.
I would say, because your boat is powered by magic, you can make it sound reasonably like whatever you want your horn to sound like. It would be restricted only to singular tones. You can't make your horn speak. But you could
You read
feasibly
my
make
fucking
it
mind.
you could feasibly make your horn sound like any horn or whistle that you've heard, gentle, aggressive, or otherwise.
I'll just out the window. I'll just do like a very tiny, just like a nice, just beep beep,
Just
honk honk, whatever. Yeah, and I'll stick my head out the window and give a good wave. Like, you need a ride?
His neck kind of like cranes up and off the sand and looks over to your boat and sees you waving, and he like looks and he cocks his head and he kind of like rolls off his back onto his feet and then like jumps into the water and he kind of like swims. You see a form like swimming in the water as he like comes up out of the water. He's just a wormling, but he's still a fairly large creature. In the book, he's
Yes.
designated as a medium dragon, a medium creature. So he would be about as tall as a human, but in his dragon form.
Yes.
He's able to kind of like stretch his head like up over the side of the boat, and he's like, he kind of like, here's where this dragon is at. It is young enough that it can only speak Draconic right now.
Do I
Does
speak
anyone
dragon?
on the boat know Draconic?
I don't, but I
No.
have something.
I do too, because I prepared a spell I've never done before.
Oh?
Is it
I
tongues?
cast. It is tongues.
I also have that spell. I replaced my comprehend languages last level up.
Nice. Well, I would allow both of you to cast it if both of you want to cast it, because it
I'm not
only
paying
works on
attention. I'm
yourselves.
doing yoga.
That's fair.
I cast.
I'm
I
in the
cast
flow.
tongues on myself.
I love tongues. It's such a great spell. He's like, as you cast tongues, you feel like a cacophony of words and sentences and languages you have never heard before. What's the word I'm trying to say? Singulating. That's the word.
Unifying?
Unifying is a better word. Unifying into a common string of sounds that you recognize as language. You can now understand anyone, and you can also communicate with anyone for as long as the spell lasts. I think it's an hour. Is it an hour without concentration?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me just double check that, but I think so. Third level.
Kind
I'm
of
so not used to having this many spells. Oh my god.
looks over to you.
Yeah, 1 hour.
Yes. Okay. It's young and small enough that it can't do everything that a normal dragon does. I'm just double checking what it can and can't do.
Yeah.
Okay. So it kind of chirps and like hums in its draconic way until you cast tongues, and all of a sudden these sounds morph into This is a nice boat.
Ah, thanks, champ. How you doing?
I'm okay. I was just warming up over there, but I got in the water again and I'm cold.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Don't apologize. I chose to do that myself. I can't quite fly yet.
Oh, well, I mean, that comes with time, you know? Everything comes with practice. I wasn't born knowing how to drive this thing.
You're right. My mom wouldn't like it if I went too far away, but I could hang out a little bit if you wanted.
That's your call. We don't need to be scaring your parents, though.
You want me to call her?
You know, yeah. What? You know, we haven't stopped.
You hear it. You like stammer a little bit, and you hear Umberlee's voice in your ear go, "You're about to turn down meeting a fucking dragon."
No, I said yes. I said yes.
Oh, okay. And he like rears back, and you hear him go. It doesn't translate in tongues. It is simply a roaring sound.
I was so expecting like the wedding, or no, what is
just like
the wedding crashers.
Yeah. Yeah. It does not translate. It is a cry, not a word. And you hear like loud, thunderous footsteps coming from a cave in the cliff face. You see like you see that this cave is attached via like a natural rock formation to the beach, which is how you think he came down to the beach that he was sunning on. But emerging out of the cave is a fully grown adult bronze dragon.
Fabulous.
It sticks its neck out of its cave to direct its head towards the sound of its child.
Okay.
It looks grand and majestic, and overall one of the most beautiful creatures you have seen, so untarnished by the soil that it lies upon and the land that it resides in. Zog, only you here. Actually, no, because an adult bronze dragon can speak common.
Yes, they can.
Oh God.
You see this adult stick its head out into the morning sunlight. I need to get dragon names. Where are they? There they are. Oh my God, they're so confusing. Okay, I love it. So.
His name's Copperpot.
That's a copper dragon name, not a bronze dragon name. And because it's bronze, it shines a beautiful golden yellow hue in the sun. Muted.
Bronzo?
It's like the color of a cymbal, of a drum cymbal.
Okay. Yeah. I was making a pun. Johnny Bronzo.
Johnny Bronzo.
Yeah.
Do the monkey with me.
That was actually spot on with that voice. Damn.
That was really good. That was really fucking good.
I have a bite of that?
Lord, am I pretty. All right. Anyway.
The dragon just speaks.
Johnny Bronzo. The dragon speaks and it sounds like Johnny Bravo. It's called Johnny Bronzo. God damn. I already said it was a girl. It can't be Johnny Bronzo.
Damn it.
Yeah, well.
It can be Johnny. No, John.
Johnny.
Joey? No, Johnny.
Gene.
Johnny.
Gene Bronzo.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hey there, little lady. Fucking like freaking pulls out like a switch go.
No, God's sake, no.
Oh my God.
Zog, only you here. Junior! And you see this dragon, like, begin to take flight towards your boat.
Oh, okay.
It, like...
So you're telling me yoga is so magical and so good that I'm so into it that I can't hear the beating of giant fucking dragon
Oh, you
wings?
do! You just haven't responded to it. You just haven't decided to respond to it.
Meditation thing?
Yeah.
This meditation thing, Sundial fucking loves, okay? He is one with the jelliness, okay?
The jelliness?
That's great for you. The moment that baby dragon yelled, Allie definitely fell out of whatever pose they were in. Toppling
Just
onto
like-
the ground, complete loss
Burk
of flow.
just stopped.
Yeah, it's just like, what the fuck? When did a
Sundial's,
baby,
like,
when did a
full, just,
wormling
like-
get here?
Sundial's
Holy
just full
fuck.
like bean, but like on his head with his arms slightly crossed and like legs like kind of touching.
Oh yeah, the picture
He's just like,
reveals something else too. So thematically, there are actually streaks of green across this dragon's scales because of it's like a rust pattern.
It's the oxidization.
Oxidization, yeah.
of
Oxidization,
the
yeah.
copper. Or, yeah,
The bronze. It's turning from a regal golden yellow to a thinning, like a thinning green. What's the word? It's not like turquoise,
Oh.
but that's approaching that tone of green across its form as it is aged.
What does that say?
What? Oh Lord, here she comes.
Oh Lord.
Oh no.
Oh Lord, she coming.
Okay.
Oh, here she comes.
So
Watch out.
you watch as she like flap, and then like as she is like 10 feet above your deck, you see her like kind of swirl her wings around herself, like, and turn into, quite frankly, an Amazonian human form. Quite large, quite stacked, built. As she lands on the deck, like, in a human form. And she looks to the people standing on the deck doing yoga, and her son, like, greeting them.
Okay.
I need... What would a roll to recognize a person be? Not perception. Or investigate history? Like a history check? Anybody who would like to may roll a history check to see if you recognize this human
insight?
form. It could be
I guess
insight. It could be insight. It
insight.
could be history. One or the other.
Okay.
You choose. Whichever one's greater.
I have a +1.
Okay.
I'm doing my insight because I got +8 to that shit.
Same. Yep.
I also
Didn't
have
help
+8.
me.
Fuck.
I'm burning an
You know,
inspiration.
I have like proficiency in insight, but it's the same as my history.
Okay.
That's odd.
I have my number.
25.
You tell me. Okay, I'll just tell you yes or no as I go down the line. So, Allie.
15.
Kind of.
of.
Burk.
19.
Yes. Zog.
25.
Yes. Quinlan.
He would not be there. He'd be down below.
Oh, he wouldn't be there. Willow.
22.
Yes. Sundial, this is tentative, but go on.
23.
Oddly, yes.
Okay.
I do have a passive insight of 18 though.
Fine.
I got those passive stacks. I never get to use
Passive.
them. Like,
There is
Okay,
passive
so-
insight.
yeah.
All of you
That's a thing.
recognize the form that steps onto your deck. And she looks around and goes, well, what has my son brought to me today? And she kind of like crosses her arms and looks at you all. You recognize this woman standing before you as a former, no better way to put it, senator of one of the of, oh god, one of the regions, Phlegm, Bogey, Newark City, and Petal. One of the senators of Phlegm from ages ago. People loved this person in, like, acting as one of their de facto, like, leaders, one of their elected. She retired of her own will to a life of, like, you know, draconic solitude, as most adult dragons do at this point in their lives. She was a senator about 70 years ago, but people talk about her enough, like, everybody knows who she was. Like, she enacted a lot of good, she put a lot of good into Phlegm's, like, what the people would define as good. You know, she was a lot of people liked her, like, economic policy, weirdly enough.
Okay.
But you recognize her as former Senator Okay. I love this name, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to say it. Kenarorales.
Okay.
But she just had everybody call her Rory. Kenarorales.
Why did my ass think it was going to be Ken? Everybody just calls her Ken.
Kenarorelaze. Kenarorales. And if you need that spelling again, I'll give it to you. Kenarorelaze. Kenarorales. That's what we're going with. All right.
I fucked something up.
Here, I'll type it.
I have 4 R's in a row.
Here it is in the Zoom chat. There you go. But everyone just called her Rory. R-O-R-I.
Wow, that's spelling.
Isn't it fun? Fantasy Name Generator is so great.
I would not have been
Kenna
able to
Roralays.
pronounce that shit.
She looks to you all, and as you all recognize her, she sees a look of recognition flash across your faces and says, I don't know that any of you are old enough to remember me. Surprising. She was in Senate about 70 years ago. She retired about 50 years ago.
Okay.
AKA double your lifespan, Zog.
Yes.
You said you're 66, right?
Yes.
The reason you recognize her is because Kenna Roralays was one of the politicians that Petal first interacted with when they got here.
Okay.
I think I need to open my sheet, my master sheet. Petal. Yeah, 78 years ago. So yeah, Kenna Roralays was around when Petal was founded. And when you were born, and when you, like, kind of made your way into Petal as a very young fairy, being the assistant to the person that you were the assistant to, they interacted with Kenna Roralays before their retirement. So, you see her and you're like, oh shit. She's like my boss's boss. or like my boss's colleague. But all the rest of you are too young to have been alive when she was in office.
My mom had a poster of her for some reason.
Yeah, like, it's like, okay, you know, like the Yes We Can posters of Obama's, like, whatever. She had a campaign poster that was very similar to that, not ripping it off, obviously, but it was she had that iconography because she's a fucking dragon. Because she's a fucking dragon. She made it look the exact way that she needed it to. She's a fucking dragon. So
she's a dragon.
Rory kind of looks to you all. She looks at you specifically, Willow, and goes, "You might have been around." Well,
If you just got aged.
Yep. Yep.
Yikes.
I hope my son didn't disturb you.
Oh no, I would just saying a friendly good morning.
Oh. Junior. And Junior kind of looks up to her and she's, you understand, Zog, the following conversation in full. The rest of you just hear a young dragon chirping at chirping at his mother. As Junior kind of goes, these people were passing by and they waved, so I wanted to say hi, and I thought they would like to say hi to you too, Mama. And Rory just kind of looks to him and goes, This is the third ship you've greeted to me this month, Junior. It's not necessary. Mommy does need her beauty sleep. And she looks to the rest of you. She says, well, where is it that you are headed to on this fine morning?
Land of 1,000 puddles. I can't remember the town name.
The district is
called...
the place you are going literally is the Land of 1,000 Puddles. It is a district. That's
what I thought. Yeah.
It is like a geographical district that is literally the pockmarked remains of the exit wound of the crater impact. Yes. Of the meteorite impact. So it's very treacherous, lots of natural spikes and waterfalls and like deep recesses followed by tall peaks.
Yeah, waterfalls.
Yeah, and she hears that and she goes, going sightseeing or business?
Sincerely just sightseeing.
Well, then I wish you luck. It's not too far from here. You're about, I think you've got about another day. This craft, is it conventional power or magical power?
Magical.
Oh. Well, and she kind of like steps towards you, Zog, kind of in the cabin house. And she's like, I might be able to help you along a little bit if you wouldn't mind. I don't want to leave you empty-handed.
I mean, I wasn't looking to... Am I freezing?
No.
Let me try to close... Oh, all right.
No, you're
freezing
fine.
on my end.
You're fine.
I wasn't looking for anything other than a hello, but if you're willing to offer some help...
It's the least I can do. And she kind of like steps into the cabin.
What's the most you could do?
If it what?
Ellie says it, then turns around and walks away.
Yeah, it's just like
They like mutter it under their breath, and they're like, I gotta go.
If it wasn't already made clear, smoking hot.
Oh yeah.
Very beautiful with age.
Allie is red.
Yeah, just
like full blush.
As she steps past. Fucking awesome. Okay. As she steps past down into the engine room, which is the lower deck because the engine is not separated from the lower deck in any way. But she kind of steps down to it and sees it and she's like, it's very well maintained. You run a good ship here, Mr.
Zog.
Zog. The pleasure is mine. And she introduces herself as Canarorales in her tongue to everyone else, in Draconic tongue to everyone else, but to you, you understand it, and then she says, but everybody who knew me in my political life just called me Rory.
Well, nice to meet you, Rory.
Allow me. And she waves her hand over the engine. And you see this, like, this natural, like, draconic magic kind of emanate from her fingers and direct itself into the engine. And you hear it shift. You know how when you cut the muffler out of a car, it gets louder and you hear, like, you hear the cycle a lot more clearly?
Yes.
And it goes from a light purr to a strong roar as it, like it goes from sounding like a muffled V6 to an unmuffled V10.
Hell yeah.
As it is like infused with draconic magic. And bronze dragons are lightning element dragons, which
yes,
gels really well with Solarum's natural magical properties. Excuse me. And she says, hey, consider it an upgrade. I do not know how long it'll last this way, but it should get you moving a lot faster.
I greatly appreciate it.
I just appreciate my son getting to know the locals.
He is a very sweet kid. The first thing he thought was, I don't want to make my mama too worried.
Such a good boy. Well, I've taken up enough of your time. I would ask, please don't go openly advertising my cave to people.
Oh, God, no. No, you're good.
I did retire for a reason.
Trust me. That's why I don't got a place I got locked down.
By the way, Quinlan, you would notice this figure walk down if you're down in the lower deck. So you see Kenarora Lays for the first time. You can roll to recognize if you'd like. If you don't care, you don't have to.
He wouldn't. There would be no reason for
There
him
would be
to
no reason?
recognize
Yeah,
her.
okay. Fair
But
enough.
he is turned a little purple from the blushing. Of like...
Just... just like...
Big, strong woman who could kill me easily?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Very
So if
nice.
anybody can read minds, that's kind of what's going through his head.
Excuse me. So...
Is she leaving the boat?
I was about to say, do bronze dragons have telepathy? No, they don't.
Okay.
No.
That's a good thing.
That's a very good thing.
Yeah, no, they don't. Okay. So she goes up to the top flight deck. Flight deck? It's an aircraft carrier.
It's about to be a flight deck.
It's an aircraft carrier.
Yeah.
So she goes up to the top deck, and by this point, Junior has like floundered like onto the boat, and is now like standing on the boat, like very shakily. He kind of like loafs. He kind of like his legs kind of like fold up into, you know. He loafs on the deck.
Hey, Dippy,
Yeah?
I'm fully willing to burn inspiration if I have to for this, because this has never been brought up until I thought about it. You know how pilots have those little like wings they give kids? I want something like that for Junior right now. I just want like a little like a pin, or I don't know how we would magically make a pin, but
Okay, Zog. I
like a
love
ship
this. I love this. Yes, that's what I was about to do here. I will say, how many inspiration points do you have?
I have 8.
Burn me 2, and you'll have a supply for as many as you would like to keep on your boat at this time. If you give me 1, you'll have like 1 left. 2 is enough that you'll have a whole stock of these things.
All right. It's so worth burning the 2 as I walk over and I pull 1 from my pocket.
So you have a little drawer that you keep the rest of these in, but you kind of keep a couple on hand, and you pull out just a little vinyl pin of a ship's wheel with an engraving of SS Toadskipper across it.
This is
like across the
honorary
arc of
Toadskipper captain.
Yeah. the little paper like sigil on the underneath of the pin says that, and it's just like you like hand it over to him. And he doesn't know. He doesn't really know what to make of it at first. He kind of like stands up on his hind legs and grabs it with one of his like dragon claws, and he like holds it in his hand, and he like, and he looks, and in Draconic, you hear him say to his mother, "Look, it's my first piece of treasure." And she looks down at it and goes, "That's great, sweetie," and looks up to you and like, what would be an appropriate reaction is just like smiles in your general direction and just kind of like doesn't speak but mouths the words "thank you." And she like she does one more little like gesture in like the direction of the cabin house as she turns, and she and just reading the Zoom chat. As she turns, she's like, "Okay, Junior," and she like jumps and like fully transforms into her adult full draconic form as she jumps, and she like grabs Junior in one of her talons. No, please.
I just wanted to ask you a question.
And she begins to fly across the water back over to the cave. It's jealous of the...
Did anyone touch the dragon?
I shook her hand.
Can I smell your hand? No, it's not. Wait, hold on. It's for science. I swear it's not anything weird. Just
You're about to get licked.
You smell Zog's
like
hand.
whole mouth. Damn it!
If you put my finger in your mouth, I will punch you.
Allie's like getting up in there like a cat, like mouth is partially open, like trying to absorb the smells. I'm looking for the smell of like copper or bronze. I want to know if they're like metal, like it feeds the metal smell off onto people. It's one of my curiosities.
As you sniff Zog's hand,
I'm just gonna say it. That means that they have a deficiency somewhere, because if you they're not getting enough of something. Maybe put a vitamin in there sometime.
Allie needs to know. They wanted to smell the dragon directly, but they
like
can't. She left.
As you smell Zog's hand,
Aggressively, like I'm in there. Like whiskers are brushing against your wrist, like
it tickles. Stop. Be gentle.
You smell like cinder.
Chill.
You smell like a burning smell, like brimstone, like ash. But you also get the undertone, like the deep main tone of like old metallic, like sheen. It smells like cymbal cleaner. Like it is a weird smell. Like polish, almost. It smells like polish. Which is not normal for a metallic dragon, which makes you think that she does a skincare routine for her metallic scales.
Thank you, Zog. I just pat your hand, and I just scribble furiously into my notes.
I need to write down that y'all met a goddamn dragon.
I'm gonna go steer the boat now.
And done.
I can check that off my curiosity.
Sundial
I need a
has
new one
finished
now.
doing yoga.
Just pokes my fucking hand with my pencil. Ow. It's all right.
I would hope so.
So the random encounter that y'all just rolled was a bronze dragon wormling is sunning itself on the bank of the river. And I was like, what? And then I remembered, oh wait, bronze dragons, like metallic dragons are cool. They're like nice. So
yeah.
By the way, Sundial is now finished doing yoga.
Oh, Zog,
Great.
Great effort.
With what?
Talking to a dragon.
I just wanted to say hi.
I appreciate the help.
Okay.
As you walk back into the cabin house to get back on your way again, you notice two things. Number one, I'm making a bold assumption here that you have a map of the area, like, kind of hung up in your cabin house to have a basic sense of navigation.
Definitely, yeah.
There is a new mark on that map for what is basically, you, like, look at the map and it's like, oh, and you see, like, the bend and the general area. This is where you are right now. She marked her cave on your map permanently.
Guys, I have a mission marker.
First of all, first piece of treasure deserves an inspiration point all on its own.
Oh.
Like, paying you back a little bit for such a great idea.
That's an inspiration point you deserve. I wish you could, because, like, that was your first piece of treasure is adorable off the top of the head, Dippy. Oh my god.
You know what?
You mean I have an
Dippy?
inspiration point that I can re-roll any roll that doesn't go your way?
Dippy, you know what? Next time you down one of us, advantage on it. Advantage on the first hit.
Hell yeah, brother. No.
Oh,
anyway.
no.
Anyway. So, you continue on your way. The rest
You said
of
I
the...
noticed two things.
Oh yeah, and when you start to drive the boat again, it kicks off at a much more, like, strong keel. Yeah. Your boat is effectively, if its movement speed was like 40 before, now it's like 60. It's like 60 or like 65. Like, it's got a boost.
Why does Zog attract strong women?
I don't know. It just kind of happened.
That's a good point.
Wait till we meet my ex-wife. Whatever that might happen.
I forgot you have an ex-wife.
I have an ex-wife who's a lawyer in New York City.
I'm gonna go ahead and guess that she's She-Hulk.
Yes.
And,
yeah. Basically, that was my idea.
And we're gonna have a, like, courtroom boss battle.
Oh god. A courtroom boss battle.
We're
I
gonna
gotta
do
write that
something
down.
wrong and just have her.
Where it's just like, we're gonna have to defend ourselves against something, and your wife's gonna be the prosecutor. Okay?
I literally came up with the idea of my ex-wife is a lawyer when Dippy brought up I need to remember my boat code for the police, and I'm like, I need a lawyer.
Yeah.
You had one. You
So the
lost
rest
it.
of the day
Yeah.
continues on as normal. The river is getting narrower here, and you notice
Oh,
the
no.
walls of the river bank are turning into like you're almost descending into a Grand Canyon type beat. Like the river is at the bottom of a Grand Canyon type structure now, and plastered all along the walls of this canyon are various forms of graffiti. Painted tags and names and garbage, just like, there's one that's not even like, they weren't even trying to stylize it, but they were just trying to make it as big as possible. And it says, fuck the naval authority, but they misspelled authority without an H. Oh no. No.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh, my internet,
Oh,
I
no,
noticed it.
our
I
DM,
noticed it.
he's broken.
Oh no.
You're good. You're good.
Glad to know that one wasn't just on my end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did I cut off?
Authority
Fuck
for me.
duh.
Oh yeah, you're like painted on the side of the canyon wall, just as big as possible, but not stylizing it at all. Someone just painted "fuck duh naval authority," but they misspelled authority without an H.
Hey, they tried.
They tried. They
They
tried.
tried. That's great though.
And duh is D-A, not T-H-E. It can be for an inspiration point.
Oh, I mean, sure.
Ding. As you pass by, you look for it. Zog, you recognize this part of the canyon, and you're like, oh, where is it? Where is it? And you look, and all of a sudden, boom, about like 3 feet above the current water line. You see, because the water has burrowed more of a river into the bottom of this canyon. About 3 feet above the water line eye level, you see an angstily painted picture. That you may describe because it is your picture from when you were a teenager.
In like a bright red, and it says Ziggy Zog Fairy Boy.
Ziggy Zog Fairy Boy.
Fairy like F-A-I-R-Y or F-E-R-R-Y?
F-E-R-R-Y.
Okay.
Is that your band name?
Zog doesn't say anything. He just, he says nothing about it to anybody else. He just sees it and chuckles.
Just sees it. Anybody else, what is everyone's passive perceptions?
Sundial?
I don't fucking see shit.
Sundial's
I have a
use
20.
prestidigitation to clean up some of the graffiti.
Allie.
Like, this is disgusting.
Allie, you would notice. Allie, you would notice Zog kind of like looking. And you could track where he looks. You could see it if you wanted to. Anyone with a passive more than 15 could notice it if they wanted to.
Very clever.
Just below.
14.
Fuck.
No.
I can.
There
Go
you
back
go.
to doing yoga.
Is self-fulfilling prophecy or self-proclaimed omen?
I thought I would make like really fast-paced music, and that's what people would call me.
Now you make very fast-paced
DDM
chips.
Yes. Yeah. There was when I was a young lad, there was a way we all consumed music. There was like a giant rain cloud full of like noises and sound, you could say, that would float around.
We are not making SoundCloud a thing.
Kind of like an audio haze?
Audio
like
haze.
Like an audio haze, yeah.
Interesting.
Oh my god. Audio haze.
I would be interested to listen to something from Audio Haze. at some
There is
point.
officially a
Do you
new
have anything
spell.
on there still?
I would absolutely homebrew that into a spell called Audio Haze.
Yes.
Where you could either like speak or sing up to I would say like 5 minutes, and it would be as you continue to sing or speak, it would formulate into a cloud in front of you,
like,
and then it would just like float off into the sky, and
like
it would
it would
last
give-
like it would be like a permanent thing, like Magic Mouth.
See, we have something in New York City called Dotify. But I'm interested to hear about this other crowd created.
Oh my god!
I mean, out on the high seas, we just listened to Tidal Wave.
Oh my god!
Fuck. All
That was
right.
good.
Suddenly. Fuck, I didn't have my audio pulled up. Suddenly.
Oh yeah. Sundial is like pressure washing the fucking walls with like controlled prestidigitation. He's just like this is disgusting.
Oh no. Makes you wonder why people didn't do that before. I would allow it.
We're gonna go break into this bank vault.
I was thinking about
Yeah.
that. That's that
That's
type
the vibe of the music, yeah.
I was like, wait, are we doing some heist that I didn't know about?
Heist.
All right, now, Mr.
Heist.
Bond, here are the gadgets for today's mission.
Okay, here we go. This is better. So. Excuse me. Flock of birds flies above you as you pass into this more. You notice that the walls of the canyon are now being connected by improvised bridges. Some rope bridges, some suspension bridges, some just very basic bridges, kind of going from burrow hole to burrow hole. And you know that, Allie, you know this is a landmark of, like, very, like, mobile life in New-Quy'zz City will use the land around it in this way. So you know you're getting close as you've been traveling to the outskirts of New-Quy'zz City.
Smoke.
This is like a trailer park, but it's holes in the sides of mountains. But as
the mole folk.
The mole people. Mole people. People that are moles. No. All right. So, as you are floating along, however, you come to a point where the canyon walls, quote unquote, canyon walls, start to like kind of dive down to meet the ground level of the river. Some of this has been purposefully excavated. Some of it is natural deformation. But it all comes down to a point where the outlet of the river from this canyon meets where you would continue to go. And you see something in the distance on the river, more specifically going across it. It is not a natural fall like an old-growth tree like the protesters did. This is purposefully constructed. And next to it, you notice an intentionally irrigated and dug port. This port is not natural. It was dug out of the land around it so that it could house multiple boats. And you see the beginnings of a wall and an outpost and a sea lock over across the river. Yes, Allie.
Is this new since I last left the city area?
Very.
Very new.
This is like you've been traversing this area, like around this area for the last few months. You remember the last time you were here was about a month and a half ago, and it was not here.
Oh look, they put in a pool. That's nice.
This is new.
What the fuck was that?
Implemented new tolls in the area. Zog, we might have some trouble here. This is not typical.
Sneaking around.
Okay.
That was the reason for the heist music.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
I guess just keep our head on us.
but yes, this is very new. As you approach it, you notice the land around you gets flatter, but you also notice that the wall doesn't continue too far past the banks of the river.
Okay.
Like, it's basically just preventing people from, like, hopping out of a boat and running around and catching the boat on the other side type deal. But it's long enough that you can't see past it in your peripherals. Like, you can see past one end that goes out into a vast open wasteland, and out past another end where that kind of continues in mountainous, kind of rocky, craggy terrain. And off in the distance past that rocky, craggy terrain, you can see the beginnings of what looks like trees. Natural growing trees. And Allie, you recognize these trees as the outskirts of New-Quy'zz City. Like the folks that can live off the land live in this forest. And you see it off in the distance as you approach this lock.
So let me get this straight, Dippy. Because you're saying that these people live out and on the land, but they're in like a town type thing?
So New-Quy'zz City's jurisdiction would reach out this far.
Okay.
Basically. But it's more, this is more of like this is like how metropolitan Nashville stretches out a long ways away, but in the boundary of metropolitan Nashville is towns like Smyrna and Cool Springs and stuff like that. Like, they're boroughs in my master sheet, I believe, and this would be...
So, the mole people, the tree people, and the city people.
Well, this borough alley is called the Puddles.
They're all city people. They're just different types of city people.
Ah, yes.
This borough is called the Puddles because of its proximity to the land of 1,000 puddles.
Yes.
But you notice that this lock stops your forward progress in your boat right here. You know that from this point, you would continue traveling along the Coleman River, which cuts across the entirety of the continent. But later down the river line, you would come to Urk River. D-A-U-R-K-R-I-V-A, Urk River. And that's the river that passes directly by, like, it's like the Chicago River. It passes through the middle of the city. There's a lot of activity around it. And that's what gave the people, like, their running source of water for all their life here. But the blockade is here, which is odd. And as you approach it, you see Urks. You haven't seen too many up to this point because I haven't described too many up to this point. But now you get a really good look. Urks are like orcs. They're very similar to orcs. The old way that D&D 5e, before they backpedaled away from monstrous races having negative stereotypes, which we're not going to talk about here, but an old orcish trait is that they would lose intelligence, but they would gain strength. These orcs gain charisma, but lose their strength. So instead of a negative to their intelligence, they take a negative to their strength to gain charisma. As such, they look naturally more humanoid compared to, like, the larger jawlines and the big tusks and the pointed ears and the matted hair. These people, these Urks, have a lot of similar physical characteristics, but are more humanoid in appearance. They're slimmer. That doesn't mean they're weaker necessarily, like, you know, they're still fit if they want to be fit, but they are slimmer. They are shorter. But most importantly of all, they have their tusks do not protrude from their bottom jaw, but instead they have like a set. Their most common set
like mandibles.
Is mandibles, like 2 from the top and 2 from the bottom, but they're much smaller each. And it doesn't give them an underbite or an overbite. They keep a very natural profile. It's just that they have like double fangs. Fangs on bottom and top. You see these Urkish guards kind of standing, keeping watch on the wall. One of them appears to be holding a heavy crossbow. The other one appears to be holding a halberd. And they have there are a few boats parked in the port on the side, but they kind of like pull out what looks like a bullhorn, a large conical implement, up to their mouth, and magically, because that's how this works, an amplified voice speaks out to your boat and says, "Hey, hold it right there." And you kind of like bring your boat to a stop. Unless you don't want to. Unless you want to ram full speed into the blockade. No,
no, thank you.
Okay.
As the captain of the boat, are you going to speak to them, or would you like me to?
If you know, if you don't mind.
Would the captain of the boat please step out to the front deck so we may speak to him, please?
I hand Allie one of the pins that says honorary captain of the Toadskipper.
Sundial takes it, comes forward, and changes himself into look like Zog.
No, I did. Sundial,
I'm joking. I'm not actually.
Oh.
I stepped forward. I said,
3 people step forward. And it's like, which one?
I'm the
What are you fucking?
I'm the captain.
I'm Spartacus. Fucking love this group. All right, who's stepping forward?
I'm standing in lieu as second. The captain can't step away from the wheel at this time.
So you still have authority over your ship?
Yes.
All right then.
And you see him like unfurl a piece of paper and continue to speak into the bullhorn.
By order of the God Mayor of Newark City, we are asked to blockade this entrance to our fine grounds in an attempt to curb the protesters coming from the lands of Petal. We are asking all watercrafts to stop their forward progress here until the protesting dies down. You may pay a toll and put a sign on your boat that commends you to go forward under the command of the Godfather, or you may park your boat and continue on foot.
As it kind of like the bullhorn kind of squeaks to an end.
What's protesters?
What is the toll fee?
He kind of like reads down the page as it's like,
how many people are on your boat?
Enough.
It depends on how much the toll fee is per person.
And we're going to tell you when we know how many people you have. It depends on the head count.
Let's say 6 then.
6? Is your vessel classified with the Naval Authority?
Does that matter?
Zod
yes,
would know the
but does
answer
that
to
matter?
Yes.
And he like looks back to the list.
A discount. It's a discount. It's like a 10% discount.
I'm at 20.
And then he looks.
Are you harboring any residents of Petal or the Feywild connections thereabouts?
Can I roll a perception check to see if I recognize this Irk, since my sister works for the city guard?
You may.
Okay, what would that be? A perception check, an insight
I would
check?
just call it perception. He's pretty far though. I'll call it an insight check based on the sound of his voice, rather than a perception check. Yeah.
That's my higher score, so that's a nat 20 for a 28.
Fuck me, dude.
Baby.
Well, it doesn't get
Look
you
at
Jack
you.
Diddley because you don't recognize his voice.
I don't recognize it.
No, not at all.
Okay, I am gonna try to pull my weight with that though, and say, I'm sorry. I'm returning to my sister, Cloud, which casts shadows. She's expecting me, and this is taking much longer than it needs to. Is there any way we could expedite this and get me through? I'm already late.
I'm afraid that we're not letting any exceptions like that by, Miss. Cloud is actually, what the fuck did she say she was doing?
And like, you see them conversing with each other.
Oh, right. Cloud is actually in officer training this week. She's been moving up the rungs of the corporate ladder, she says. She would be indisposed at the moment.
That's why I'm here. I have something to deliver to her from the outskirts for her captain training. She requested it via mail. I have the letter.
You
I'd like to see it.
You can get off and you can go on foot if you like. But I'm afraid if you want to take your boat, if you want to take your boat, you're gonna have to pay the toll and put up the sign and make sure that no Petal residents are on your vessel, so that we're not bringing protesters into the city.
We're not taking refugees from Petal anymore then? Because I was under the understanding that the city had an ordinance that allowed refugees, as long as they reported to the capital within a certain amount of time, to go into the city of Urk for safety.
Refugees are being processed at our command posts.
Which is past this gate.
Yes, but we would have to know about them first.
I guess we'll dock.
Let me
then.
put it to you this way, lady.
You're making it
If
so
you were-
difficult.
Let me put it to you this way, lady. If you pass through our checkpoint and you don't tell us that you have anybody from Petal, and then we see people from Petal on your boat traveling the waters, then we're gonna send you to the big central. We're gonna send you to we're gonna send you to Lacazart.
And you know Lacazart has a terrible acronym of Alcatraz to be a maximum security prison in one of the central districts of Newark City.
I think we could break out. I think we're getting a chance.
But
Put on that spy music again.
But we don't. Look, we have no problem if you park your boat and you continue on foot. We just don't want the waterways to be clogged up with protesters or refugees. We understand this is an inconvenience, but it's our job. So please, make your decision and we can process you accordingly. Also, we really need an answer to our question. We're not going to let you pass at all if you don't answer.
Yes.
I tug on Allie's tail. Or not his tail, but like the back. Can we take care, like, do they need help taking care of the protesters? Like,
You know, we handled some protesters on the way here. Do you have any specifics that need to be handled in this area right now? We dispersed a few on our way through.
I took their paperwork.
We actually confiscated some of their protest paperwork because we thought it was falsified.
You confiscated some protester paperwork?
Yes. I told you I was working on behalf of my sister.
Hold on a moment.
And you hear the thing squeak.
I just looked down and said, I'm like, thank you. I'm falling apart. I haven't dealt with these people in so long, and I remember why I left the city now.
It's okay, I got your back, buddy.
You were doing good, you were doing good.
We will allow one Petal resident to pass with diplomatic immunity if they will surrender any information they have about the protesters and their what was the word, their agenda.
We have a Petal representative on board with us, and they have a guard with them. So we would need two, because they cannot pass without their guard. As you know, many members from Petal are treated poorly, and we would not want to leave them unguarded, despite your
If the Petal person tells us what they know, they can pass. If the guard tells us what he knows or they know, they can pass. Fuck, I forgot about this shit. If the Petal person tells us what they know,
in like a week.
if the Petal person tells us what they know, they can pass. If the guard tells us what they know, they can pass. It's kind of an individual system, you know.
We'll park and we'll get that in writing before we share any information. Then yes.
You can park for free in the port. Just you can't pass the blockade without the information and the toll and the sign and the shit.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much.
Shit.
Thanks so much. I just like walk away from the I'm like, we gotta park. These people are being assholes, and I really don't want to talk to them anymore.
It doesn't. It kind of sounds like they don't talk a lot anyway.
So
the guy was stumbling over his words a lot.
You are pulling your boat into the parking port. What did I call the prison again? Lacazart? I need to write that down.
Yeah.
Lacazart, I believe.
Lacazart. There we go.
Okay, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good. So, you pull in, you park. The guards step down from their post, and they both kind of walk up to your boat.
I immediately pull out a pen and paper and start writing the contract that they will let the Petal people, literally what I write down is the members of Petal that have information shall share the information which they have with the guards at outpost on the Puddleborough a river and allow their passage and safe remarks with paperwork showing thus. And then I hand it to them the sign.
As you write that down,
They can even step on the boat.
Zerk? The Urks kind of like stand against the prow of your boat. They like, you know, they kind of stand there and they're like, you see they have a paper in their hands and they're like, wait, what? And he like takes the paper from your hand.
It is what you said.
We have this in writing too. Like this is.
Well, we can use yours, but I want to read it first.
And he like pulls out the paper that he was carrying, and it's like almost exactly what you just wrote down, like, but in not worse handwriting. You know how like they have the slasher fonts that just look scratchier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how their writing is. It's still perfectly comprehensible. It just looks, you know, stylized.
Can I prestidigitation a spelling error on it to convince them to use mine instead?
Do you have prestidigitation?
Yes, I do.
Can you make a sleight of hand check to see if they notice?
Yeah. It's an 18 plus 9 for 27. Sleight of hand is my highest skill.
Let's go.
I'll remember that. Okay.
I'm like, oh, you spelt petal wrong here, so we definitely can't use your contract.
What?
And he like
It's
takes
okay,
it back,
you've had a long, tiring day.
and he like looks at it and
I
he's
really hope not a lot of people have signed that type of a contract. That could be very bad.
that's all right. And he like looks back. Iggy! And you see like a smaller Urk just kind of like bink, 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 like waddle out from the post, and the guard just like hands it down to him and he's like, can you spell check this please? And Iggy like takes it. He's like, okay. And he like takes his little hand and he like and like wah, like waves his hand at the paper, and you see like this puff of like smoke emanates from his hand, and he's like takes it back. There you go. Hands it back to you. It's perfect. It's spelled perfectly again.
It's spell check. He checked it to see if there was a spell on it.
Okay, can I before I sign this or hand it to?
Check.
You can read it if you want.
I'm gonna read it, but I want
That's
do an insight check
Dippy.
to see if there's anything wrong with this contract before. But spell check is
That's amazing.
Fuck, man.
That's amazing.
Hey, can I spell check that for you? Fucking, what do you mean? It's just a magic item. Yeah, I'm checking what spells are. Fucking.
So you take it,
bro.
and in no uncertain terms, in legalese, it basically says all patrons of the vessel, and a blank space for you to sign the name of the vessel, will be allowed to pass with a transportation toll of 50 gold per person per boat. And a licensed permitted sign hung on the side of their ship that allows the safe passage through the waters of the Urk River. Yada yada yada. A couple more legal terms.
Can I prestidigitate that 50 gold to be 5?
You would need to make a sleight of hand check.
Sure. It's my second highest.
Can I add inspiration to that sleight of hand check and distract the Urks by saying that I start complaining about how I'm a tax-paying citizen and I don't deserve this kind of treatment?
That they what? Sorry, I missed a lot of that.
I'm a tax-paying citizen, and you're gonna charge me 50 gold just to bring my own boat into my own damn city where I have my own damn place to live. And this is
tax-paying citizen card on them. All right,
you get inspiration for that.
Yeah.
So
All right.
Plus is a 1d8.
Sure, go on.
Okay, so, I get 1d8? I thought it was a
You get
D6.
1d8. No.
Okay. And then you gave me advantage because you distracted them, right?
Oh, I think I was using the distraction as my bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Oh right, so you
I am gonna burn one of my inspirations. Okay. That's much better. Okay. Oh, and then I get to actually add my sleight of hand. That is +3, so 26.
Oh my god. Okay. So you get a 26 sleight of hand to change the text on the document that they just reverted back again, and you distract them with your spiel.
I just don't understand why I have to pay so much to get into my own city with my own fucking boat.
Miss, we understand. We can.
No, this
I mean,
this
if
right
you were
here is
traveling
this is
on
bad.
your own, if you were traveling on your own,
Allie,
you could make.
Allie,
I'm not
you see,
amused.
you missed it. It's actually not. It's not 50.
Oh, my bad. It's been a long
says
day
it
on
right
the
here.
river. I need some citrus. Maybe I got scurvy going on.
Yeah, it says it right here.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, it's
As
5 gold.
I thought
as
that's
you
a
say that, the guard kind of like takes the paper back from your hands again, because he's still standing right there, and he looks again at the contract he
I'm gonna
brought
hand
you.
him. I'm gonna hand him 35 gold and just say, "Hey, can we get that paperwork now?"
Oh dear God. Remember how I said Urks don't lose intelligence, they lose strength?
Yeah.
He's looking mighty suspiciously at you lot now.
I'm gonna cast Distort Value on the money. I'm gonna cast Distort Value on the money. How many feet is 35 gold pieces?
How many feet?
Yeah, I can do 1 foot per spell slot.
It's like a stack of 35 gold is like enough to fit
Okay,
between
great.
your
So
two
what-
fingers.
so first level. Great.
It's like average height.
I'm casting
average
Distort Value on the money.
So does the value change to whatever you decide it is, or
It just is raised by half.
It's money.
Its value is raised by half.
so it goes from 35 gold to
70.
70 gold.
Yeah, fuck
It
it.
doubles the amount.
Yeah.
It helps, maybe.
We may have just shot ourselves in the foot here, Allie.
You know, I
Okay.
was just I don't have the money,
He
so I can't
approached
pay.
you
Is
with
my
an
answer.
official document. You edited it, handed it back to him.
Mine wasn't
handed
edited.
No,
I
but
edited his.
you edited his.
We may have shot
Wait,
ourselves in the
time out. Okay.
Yeah.
He.
No, I'm talking
just
to
kill him.
me and Allie.
That's what I'm fucking saying.
Yeah.
We could.
Yeah.
We can just
No,
kill him.
No,
Hold
no,
on, hold on,
no.
hold on.
All sundial.
Time out.
Yeah.
Time out.
Wait, I was following with Allie. We were trying to do
Allie
this back.
handed her copy that she just wrote down to the guards.
And then
The
they were like,
guards
we don't want this.
discounted it. They said
Yeah.
they had their contract. They handed you their contract.
Mm-hmm.
You edited
did-
a spelling mistake
Yes.
to try to flip the paperwork.
Yeah.
They took it back. They handed it to their wizard, their little spellcaster, to fix the spelling mistake. They hand that copy back to you, and you try to edit the document again in front of them, successfully edit it, but you say it out loud.
No.
So the guard says, "Wait, what?" and takes it
I
back
thought it said-
to
I
make
said that I
sure
thought it said
it's not
500.
edited again.
Oh, fuck.
Dono,
Yes.
how many inspiration points do you have?
I have 5.
Let's get rid of 2 of those and we'll smooth this all over.
Okay. This is a brain.
Unless
fart
you want it
moment.
to continue the way that it's
No,
going right now.
No. I realize the depth of the fuck I've just put myself into.
The depth of
And
the
I was
fuck.
just making it worse.
Let's make that.
Oh, you
3
are?
points
Let's take.
and-
How many inspiration points do you have?
Huh?
How many inspiration points do you have, Alan?
No, I said I was making it worse.
That's what I'm
not
saying. How many
trying to-
inspiration points do you
I
have?
have 3 or 2.
Let's
You
take
want both
1
of
from
mine?
you as well, and we'll smooth this whole thing over.
Okay, well, I'm just
throwing things at the wall and none of them are working.
Yeah, maybe we just pay the money because
I don't have it. That
Okay,
was
listen,
why I
listen,
was
listen,
trying.
listen. Here's what I'm gonna do. Have you spent your inspiration points?
Yeah.
Then here's what we're gonna do. You successfully edit the document to say 5 gold. You keep your damn mouth shut as you sign the document.
Okay.
So now you only legally have to pay 5 gold per person.
Yes.
Here's what the rest of the document says that I was going to say while you were saying you were editing it. There is a clause for pedal protesters and residents.
Okay.
That all pedal residents and protesters will be allowed to pass if they surrender the information that they have about the events of the political action and influence that is coming out of pedal. So there is so they're going to be taken aside and questioned, but they will be allowed to pass if they answer their question satisfactorily. At the same entrance cost, which is now 5 gold. If you keep your damn mouth shut.
Listen.
I'm not picking on you, Dono, but you...
I know. I 100% realize that I seriously fucked up there. And I want to say that is not going unseen. And I realized that was a fault.
You went unseen, and then you announced that you had gone unseen.
Listen, I was so hard just being like, okay, I've got Allie's back on this situation, and then didn't look behind me and see that everybody was just like, this is like, we could just pay the money.
So,
Dog has the money if he needs it. I'm gonna go make
I have money. I have the money too. I can pay like half.
Okay. So there are initials for the clause for pedal. There's a place for you to put the name of your vessel. There is a signature at the bottom of the page for the captain of the boat to sign off on paying the amount and taking the licensed sign. And then if all of this occurs, you can continue on the river.
Okay.
Per their, like, demand. Per their, like, policy. And that's it. That's what he basically explained. That's what I wanted to basically explain. Are we good? We are good.
I feel okay.
Okay.
Good.
Everyone else feeling good? Everyone else vibing, feeling all right? Quinlan, am I getting a nod or a shake?
I'm good.
Okay, I'm good.
Quinlan, are we getting a nod or a shake on we're feeling okay? Willow? You notice that that you are pedal residents about to enter into a town that is very adamantly. we need Zog back here to continue this. So, as long as we're all signed off on this, he said he was gonna make some tea.
Okay. I'm going to take out because I'm going to pay for all of it. How much do I need to pay?
So because there are 7 people on your boat, counting.
7
Butcher.
times 5 is
35, which you handed him 35.
Okay.
So we can keep that the same too. That's fine.
Yes.
So everything else in the document seems like lengthened legalese. It seems like we just have to say this to cover our bases.
Yes.
But you see it? Zog, being the real captain, has to sign this document unless you want to try to fake that you are the captain. Because they knew that they were they knew that you said that you had some authority as like first mate or whatever. But now they need the captain's signature.
No more fucking around with the irks.
I walk out, I sign it, I say thank you.
Zog, can I get a nod or a shake that we're okay? That this is like you're good.
Oh, what do you mean? Did
I
miss something?
Like I didn't know if you were I didn't know if you were like getting frustrated at all.
I've been making Zoggy Zog the fairy boy.
Okay.
Yeah, he has.
We're good.
Wait,
all right,
like
so
an actual like fairies on.
It's in the In-Quy'zz-ition chat on Discord.
So the document that the Irks handed you. By the way, here's an interaction that we're gonna parse out now. They see you,
yes.
Zog.
Ah, I'm the actual captain of this ship.
You are a half orc.
I am a half orc.
Oh.
I lied about that once, and I feel bad.
Lie.
They look to you and they're like,
Well,
Hello.
we haven't seen. We haven't.
they look at you and they're like,
How often do you come around Newark City? I feel like it's been a little bit.
feels like one of them recognizes you.
Zog gives like a curious kind of look in Orcish, and he says like, not often enough. I do like it out this way.
And in Orcish, but with a very distinct dialect. This is Urkish, which is basically New York Orcish.
Yeah. Okay.
He basically says back to you,
Well, it's certainly nice to see another fellow greenie coming around.
Yeah.
We've got to.
We've been abandoned.
And he's back.
Oh, he's back.
Now I gotta fix the cameras again.
now I have to fix the layout again. Shit.
There's no way we're still live, right? With that bunch, like
It says that we are successfully
Really?
reconnected.
Okay.
Someone can go
Alright,
check.
sweet. Yep, I'm checking
That's
right now.
like
We're good.
magic.
That's awesome.
How in the heck? That's crazy.
Hey, Dippy.
Yeah, we're still live. I
There we
see.
go.
I see. We're still live on YouTube. Yeah.
We could
Wow.
go to break for a second.
Yeah.
While we get this figured out.
No, yeah, we're good.
Oh, are we good? Okay.
No, we are good. We are good. Good.
Good.
Hey! I just need to fix everybody. Everybody
We're
got
alive!
like messed up positions now.
Everything is a-okay.
You go here. Oh wait, no. I'm looking at the live stream. You go here.
Could I go get my dinner real quick?
You go, yeah, go ahead.
You
don't have to
go
ask. Just go eat,
here.
please.
You go
No, just
here.
leave.
You go
Oh, never!
here.
Get out of here.
Get your food.
I love.
Okay,
I
it's
love,
fixed.
Like at my
Okay,
new
it's
job,
fixed.
I can go to my boss and just be like, with all due respect, fucking leave.
So, what was he saying before I cut out?
It's nice to see another greenie.
Business has been, business has been booming, but we, how it is. We gotta take our precautions.
What's
business? Absolutely, yeah. We're in Orcish. Oh, you can speak Orcish.
Yeah, I can.
Oh,
speak
you can
Orcish.
speak Orcish. Yeah.
Yes.
So you cut
I
in.
know one other
What is
language.
business? So you cut in like what is business? And he's like,
Oi, what is business?
as they look down at you and they're like,
The little bugger can speak Orcish.
Oh, yeah, he taught me.
He's also green, so like it works out.
You have a damn good point. You have a very damn good point. I
knew I liked you. And he like noogies
go
your
for, like, a-
shoulder.
I go for a fist
Like-
bump, like damn straight, greenie all life.
And he like,
No,
and
you
he
can't,
like,
you
and he
can't
get
say
like,
greenie. That's an us thing. You're not allowed to.
I am the color. I'm gonna be able. Like, no, I'm gonna say the color. I am the color. I am it. I'm allowed to fucking do it. Okay.
oh my god, we just invented the N-word in this stream.
No, we don't give it the actual name. Now we can't
You're
say
not
it.
allowed to use
Now we have to say.
You're
You
not
call me the
allowed to
G word.
The G word.
Oh no.
Okay. This is.
Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, they look to you and they're like, all right, just. They hand you the document after Allie gives it a look over, and they don't notice anything wrong with the document.
And I don't even read it.
Yeah, there is a spot for you to put the name of the boat.
Yep.
There are 2 initials, and there's a signature.
Zog. Wait. Fuck.
Initials. Zog.
What's the O and the G stand for?
Ferryman.
I didn't know that.
He's the other kind of orc, one that loses intelligence.
ZZ. Ziggy Dog.
It's because he's the OG.
I'm the
Hey.
Original
Zog.
greenie.
Goodness.
Zog signs it.
Yes, I got it back.
Inspiration's back.
Original greedy.
This is Butcher needed Newark City, right? Or just around this area?
Hmm?
Butcher, he needed this area, right?
Yeah, Butcher was trying to get as close to Newark City as he could, yeah.
Is this as close as he's going to get, or can we get deeper in?
Zog, no, not Zog. Sundial put up enough money to pay for Butcher to pass through, too.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just paid for everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
don't worry, Daddy Sundial's got you.
So as you sign the document,
go
you notice that as you sign the document, like as you finish each flourish of your signature, you see like a little magical whatever kind of come off the pen, as if, yeah, contracts are fairly legally binding in a magical sense.
Yeah.
And then you sign your full name at the bottom signature line.
Zogathan.
I fucking love that Zog is short for Zogathan.
Zog is short for Zogathan.
And as you do,
then, yeah.
the rest of the page, huh?
Oh, Rankum is my last name.
Rankum, yeah.
Rankum.
And as you finish the M, you watch.
How'd you get that?
You watch the page like gloss over in light, and it like lifts up out of your hands and floats, and it like plasters itself in the Urk's face. He doesn't know that he's supposed to like catch it. He just like it just like ah, fuck.
All right.
As he holds the legally bound contract that now reads, each passenger must pay 5 gold for passage. He looks at you and he goes, fuck. And he like drops the contract into the bin on his side.
Oh, can I get a copy of that by chance?
As he reaches down into the bin, he grabs it. He grabs the other side of it and pulls, and mitosically, a copy is formed in his hand. As he drops
chicken that does that.
one in the bin, and he hands the other one to you.
Thank you.
As it is a legally bound document, fun magic in this world. As it's a legally bound document, you can just pull it apart to make copies of it. It's fun. And he hands you it, and he's just like, son of a bitch, Iggy! And he like turns to Iggy and he's like, what do you mean? I did my job. That's on you, fucker. And he like waddles away back into the barracks.
Ah, yes, the city.
So, we're gonna be traveling for a bit longer.
So instead of 350 gold being owed, you now only owe 35.
Which Sundial
paid for. And he looks to you and he goes,
right. Now we need to talk to the petal residents.
Actually, can I twist your ear before you go?
For what?
You know the city pretty well, and you know these areas, and there's a lot of different people around here. And he pulls out one of his bullets because he doesn't have a lot of these things. And he's like, you know anyone that? And he's still waiting to hear back from Tesla.
Whoa!
Like, you know anyone? It's not loaded. I mean, it's not in the thing.
It's just, not. The bullet is not loaded. You hand the bullet over to him. He's like,
do you know anyone that sells something like this?
Wow. This is some fairly... Ding, ding. This is some deadly shit.
Yeah.
You know, we raided some of the abandoned facilities around here, you know, and I got a feeling that this is how you got these. We have a guy reverse engineering these. We might be able to get you some if he's come far along enough that he can make more. But if he hasn't, I don't know what I can tell you. It's just up to... Yeah, you keep that. Those are valuable.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much.
As he sees, like, the thing that it obviously goes in strung across your back, he's like...
Yes. Do you want to take a look at it before you go?
We go get us some of the, Oh, no, I couldn't.
Okay. I'll let you, I mean...
The amount of paperwork that it would take for me to even hold a person's weapon without confiscating it is ridiculous. Just keep it.
You can shoot it. Once. We're on this boat in the middle of the woods. Just don't aim it. Anybody.
I like the way you think.
And he, like, holds his hand out.
I let him shoot it off the back of the boat.
As he grips onto it, and he's just like... and it's like... and he, like, brings it up to his shoulder. And he's just like...
Son of a bitch.
And then off in the distance, you see a little, a mutated animal of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a little, how do I put this? A hairless rabbit? Like, completely hairless. No fur, no nothing. It's just, it's like somebody skinned it, but it's still alive.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So you can, like, see the muscle tissue?
Not that far.
It's got strong back legs.
And he's just like, perfect.
And he, like... like...
I cast guidance as he's about to pull the trigger, by the way.
Guidance doesn't do anything for attack rolls, right? That's bless.
Oh, it doesn't? Oh.
Yeah, it's an attack roll.
Ability checks. Okay, never mind.
As he pulls the trigger. Oh, he got an 18 on the die.
Oh!
Damn.
And he...
Poor rabbit.
And it echoes down the valley. This thing is called the Sunderer for a reason. It is fucking loud.
It's my favorite magical weapon I've ever had playing D&D, by the way.
And you watch as the rabbits kind of just turns into a fine paste. It's just gone. You now have one less bullet to use for your gun.
That's fine.
And
I figured we need to make friends with these people. we want them on our side.
Oh, yes! This is the shit that we all need. We need to figure this shit out. Look, as soon as possible. Here, take it before I have to do anything. Oh my god. You know.
All right, go do what you gotta do. I won't hold you up anymore.
All right. Now, which one of you...
And he, like, kind of, like, pans across the faces in the crowd. Burk. For the purposes of this stop, you could be perceived as one or the other. Because there are tiefling residents...
Oh, no. Oh.
What? Holding on. Oh, taking a call. Okay, let me move on to someone else. Quinlan. Pretty obvious you're a Petal resident. He's gonna pull you and Willow aside. Burk.
My bad about that. I'm
no
good
worries.
now. Yes.
In this moment, you have a choice that you can make. Because tieflings can be perceived as either immigrants from Nihon or naturalized citizens of Petal. If you wanted to betray your heritage, and I hate that I have to put it that way, you could attempt to pass yourself off as an immigrant from Nihon. Wouldn't be too hard. And then he wouldn't question you. Or he pulls you aside and he questions you along with the other Petalites. Your choice.
I'll be questioned.
Okay. So you step forward along with Willow and Quinlan. He's like,
right. Shouldn't take too long. You all stay here. We'll be back with them as soon as we're done with our questions.
And he pulls Willow, Quinlan, and Burk off the boat into a separate room that you can see through the windows of this room into the room where they're sat and they are questioned. But you cannot hear them unless you want to, like, follow them up to that room and intentionally try to hear their conversation and questions. So if you are doing that, leave your headphones on. But if you are not, I would like for you to take your headphones off. Okay. I'll explain it to Dono when he gets back, if he comes back. Did he say where he was going? No, he didn't turn a camera off, sorry. So, we'll explain it to Dono if he gets back. This will be... Y'all know that this is how you put it back on. Okay, good. Alright, so...
That was quick.
Do you know that that's the symbol for when you want to put it back on?
Yes,
yeah.
I thought that was you telling me.
No, that's me confirming that that's what it's gonna be when we're done. Yeah, okay, good.
Very little information.
Yeah, very little information. So...
Just put in water bottles.
Burk, Willow, Quinlan. You see another Burk step out from the internal wall structure of the outpost. A more fastidious-looking Urk, dressed in kind of like a fine coat and like coveralls underneath the coat. And this Urk wears a set of glasses and kind of slicks their hair back with a gel, kind of. And he steps out and he goes, "Right then, let's do this. So, you can all sit down. This is all formality's sake. I promise that our intentions here are not to prevent you from entering into our city, but we've had some problems, and we are just here to make sure that the problems are not going to arise from your presence, which I'm sure they will not. Let's continue. So, which part of Petal do you, which part of Petal, like, are you from one of the outer colonies closer to the center of the city near the shimmering gate? If you came from the Feywild, please say so." And he, like, stands there with a clipboard awaiting responses, as he will for the remainder of the questions. Answer as honestly as you would like, and if you choose to lie, I will make you do a deception check.
I'm trying to remember which outside place I'm from.
Quinlan just keeps glancing sideways at the other two, or rather more like
yeah,
because he's not
up and down.
he's not sitting. He's standing like behind.
Yeah, that's
where he
yeah.
should sit.
He's not fucking
he's not going
either.
first.
Oh god. I can't find the name of the place.
Uh-oh. Oh, Willow. No.
Oh,
the
no.
layout. Willow.
No.
No. Willow did say she was lagging a lot.
Yeah. I'm surprised I'm still here, because I have been too.
Oh, I'm sorry. Fuck.
Okay, I remember now. Okay. Should have lied.
If you don't know, you can just say whether you're from the center, whether you're from.
Found it.
Oh, you got it.
It's
Fucking
just
Dono's not back to let anyone in either. Shit.
Hey, now it's time for the conversation of information that was learned. Oh, yikes.
Oh no, come on. Where did Dono go? The whole layout is broken and we can't fix it.
I don't want to say anything until Willow's back, or until she's back.
Yeah. And I can't really say much of anything because it'll affect what she says.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
I had to go back to my backstory stuff and highlight stuff.
Oh, she says she's restarting her computer. Oh no.
Oh god.
Ooh.
She did say that she was lagging, or they did say that they were lagging. So
yeah, she said she is restarting her computer, so it's gonna take a little bit. But where did Dono go? Where did
Dyslexia kicked in? Because I read that as router.
I need to change Dono's handle.
This is scary. This is scary getting questioned.
There we go.
We could have slipped right on by if
you decided to walk.
If Allie had been more convincing.
Hey now, y'all two stand out a lot as Petal residents.
Hey, I am wearing a local garb.
Oh, she's back.
Hey.
Oh god.
And so is Dono. Okay, good. Okay, Dono. The Petal lights are being questioned right now. If you are not walking up to the room where they are being questioned and intentionally eavesdropping, remove your headphones, and I will tell you when to put them back on.
Got it.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
So now we have that all sorted.
Okay.
Okay. So, what part of Petal are you from? You can be general or specific or.
I'll go first. I'm from an outside area, Woodruffs, outside of Petal. Only
He looks
information
to
I can give.
looks to Willow and Quinlan.
Oh.
Did you hear me say outskirts earlier?
I did not.
Okay, well, I said that earlier.
Oh, you said outskirts.
Yeah.
Make a deception check, please.
My computer's being shit.
I know. We've been waiting for you to come back to continue this. You're all right.
Deception. That's a 19.
19. Writes it down, no issue. Quinlan.
Do you want currently or where I was born?
Where did you spend the most time before you started traveling?
Well, that would have to be the monastery within the Feywild itself.
Eyebrows perk up. Okay. Looks to across the group of you. Let's formalize this even more. Can I get your names?
You can't get something for nothing. What is your name?
Oh, fuck, I forgot I was dealing with Feywild people. Never mind. We can forego that question for now. Monk boy. What did your monastery practice?
I hardly see why that's relevant, but if you must know, the Obsidian Order is about bringing oneself into balance with nature around them.
That's enough. Thank you. You are not tied with any of our previously gathered information. You, and singles you out, Willow.
Yes.
We don't get too many fairies passing through here. So we have to ask this specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Were you an assistant to any of the higher-ranking government officials in Petal?
No. Wasn't that lucky.
Make a deception check, please. You're not at disadvantage yet.
No. But my dice ain't... Hold on. Okay, well, that's an 18 plus 3.
21. He looks at you, quizzically, but confirms, but defers, and says, All right then, and writes it down. Well, that narrows our line of questioning for you specifically then. Tiefling, did you have any specific connections in in the outskirts? Any adventurers guilds, any monasteries like your friend here?
Not in Petal.
All right. How long ago did each of you leave Petal? Within the past week, the past month? How long have you been in In-Quy'zz proper?
How long has it been?
Well, for you two, you traveled for about
2 months before we
2 months before session 1. And now it's been about another 2 or 3 weeks, almost a month.
It's been a little longer than that.
Like a month, so
a month or 2.
You could say about 3 months.
3 to 4.
All right. Burk, for you specifically, it's been longer.
In about 4 years.
So you two say 3 months. Burk, you say 4 years.
Safely, solidly.
Tiefling, you are good to go. We do not have any more questions for you. The activity has been recent enough that we can safely rule. Not to offend your sensibilities, you wouldn't have the information that we need.
No offense.
You can rejoin your friends.
I go ahead.
Have a lovely time in Newark City.
I'll try.
You too.
I just leave.
Of course. You two. Were there any murmurings in the time before you left 3 months ago of what your leader, what was it? Adlin. Were there any murmurings of any of his developmental plans before you left? And if there were, we'd like to hear them.
I can't say that there was. Then again, running a newly established monastery does tend to keep one busy.
Enough. Barry?
I lived in the outskirts. The most rumors we got were what cow was off away from us.
Well, seems that we have come to our end here. You don't have any information that we need, and if you did, we wouldn't be able to force it out of you given what we've already asked you. We have no reason to believe that you would know. So, one last question before you two go. Are you at all tied to, and he flips through his notes, the Petal Commissioners or the International Alliance of Restorations.
No. Don't even know.
That second one is a brand new one to you. But the first one are the people that you ran into on the way here.
Other than what we stopped earlier. But other than that, no, I don't know anything about them.
If you want to know more about that first one, I suggest you talk to the squishy one.
Green guy?
Yes. Sundial is his name, and he got up close and personal. Was the one who took the paperwork.
His eyes go wide as saucers. You have a friend that was able to confiscate paperwork. We definitely want to want to chat with him. And I believe that we are done here.
One of your associates already did.
Oh, well, I rank them. I think they would have brought it to me if they had confiscated it, but if they haven't yet, then he can just bring it to us himself. But we would love to chat with him. It's not necessary, but if you could, we would love to. And I believe that'll do it. Thank you so much for your cooperation, for your sincerity in your answers.
I do have a question for you, though. Where are the waterfalls? I'm super excited for those.
You're going to continue up this branch of the Common River and forego... You're going to continue up this branch of the Common River and forego the right. You'll end up right on the outskirts. And believe me, you will... Uh-oh, she's lagging again. Oh, no. Oh, you back?
Yes.
Okay. You're gonna forego the right, and you're gonna continue straight ahead up this branch of the Coleman River. You'll hit the waterfalls in no time.
Okay, thank you.
You're good to go. Enjoy your time in Newark City. And he tips his cap, and you are sent out. Chaos. Oh, great. Dono's gone again.
My bad.
Dono!
TikTok tracked me.
Dono! Fuck. Dono's
Poor
not
Sen
here.
says he fell asleep in his chair.
Dude, I almost did. I could have fallen asleep on that couch.
Oh, there you are.
Fucking killing me.
All right. So, you watch as your friends leave the questioning room.
Don't tell me what to do.
You
But
actively don't watch.
But one of the guards steps out of the room behind your friends, and he approaches you, Sundial.
Hi, hello.
I heard this one said greenie.
Would you be willing to tell us more about this paperwork that you have? One of your friends said that
Yes,
we might be interested in talking to you.
Yes.
Oh, come with us. You can.
My friend said that. Oh my gosh, that's so sweet of them. Sure.
So he gestures for you to come into the questioning room as well.
Oh fuck yeah! I get to go in a little tiny room.
Mm-hmm.
With strangers I don't know.
Yeah.
This sounds like the safest thing to do. You should tell random strangers everything about your life. Everything.
Mm-hmm. So.
Danger.
This one is going to be a lot quicker, but unless you're walking up to the interrogation room to listen in, I want you to take your headphones off again. I'm sorry. This will be a lot quicker, I promise.
Get it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, They walk you in, Sundial, and they say, you meet a more fastidious-looking Urk, dressed in a coat, overalls, glasses, slick, gelled-back hair. He looks at you and he says, right. Your Ganassi friend told us that you might have some paperwork from a Petal Commissioner's protest. And we would be very interested in taking a look at this paperwork if you still had it on you.
I believe I do. Let me search I don't have a bag. So I just, you know, produce it through my skin.
It like slips into your hand.
It's like wet, and then I prestidigitate it to be dry.
Like in a one shake of the paper, it's dry again, and it's like, oh. As they kind of like reach and like pinch grab it with their fingers, and it's like, oh, it's dry. And they grab it and they read it over. Oh my. This is very important stuff. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you so much. Was there anything else about the protests that seemed... what details, you know?
I mean, it kind of seemed like they were acting out of not actually having the rights to do it. Also, they're kind of stupid. If you pressure them a little bit, they just kind of go away.
We've come to figure that out in our recent patrols involving incidents with them. Yes.
Also, they're like, they're like, it's all for the environment, but cut down a tree. Who does that for like the environment?
They cut down a tree protesting the environment.
Yes.
They're so fucking stupid.
Indubitably.
Well, thank you. If you would let us keep this paperwork.
You can pay me for it.
Well, we were planning to. As he like produces 10 gold pieces.
Can I ask for land? Can I ask for land?
They're not genies. They're not gonna be able to give you land.
Okay, fine.
Plus 10 gold pieces would buy you like a square foot.
A square foot?
Like you would have like a little square to
It's like, I'm sorry, I'm a landowner now. I need something worth more to me. 10 gold?
10 gold.
That's nothing.
Anyway, okay? They offer you the 10 gold. Do you take it or
change? You know, with how like much you enjoy that information, it seems like it'd be worth a bit more than 10 gold. And I am being very generous with this information. And I made a trusting judgment to give it to you. Indeed. I would hope that you show just as much gratitude as you would want a friend that could give you information.
As he digs into his pocket and pulls out 10 more, making it 20 total. It's one document.
You could pay me back everything that we paid for to get in. I think this document kind of pays for our way through, don't you?
Make a persuasion check. I would say with disadvantage, but you would just use your feature to make it not a disadvantage anyway.
Yeah.
Do I want to burn a use of that feature or even bother? Yes, I do.
I mean, you never let me do it. So,
yes,
yeah.
I do. I'll let you. You're gonna burn a use of your feature.
Okay, cool. I get to finally use it.
Yeah. So it would be at disadvantage, but now you use your soul to rebalance the universe and allow it at a straight roll.
Yes. So I balance everything.
At a persuasion check, please.
Okay, I thought it was a 1, but there's an 8 there. What's my persuasion? That's a 22. Ooh. I'm trying to make friends. I'm trying to be like, hey.
So how much was it?
I'm telling him to just pay me back the 35 gold.
Yes, yes. But what did you get for your roll?
22 in total.
22.
Yes.
As he holds up the document,
I feel like it's
he looks at like front and back, and he notices like signatures from the people in Petal, and he's like, pulls out a cross-reference. As he gestures, and the guard goes,
"Well, are you serious?"
And he's like, "Just give him his money back, please." And the guard is like, as he takes the 35 gold and tosses it over to you. And it lands like in your body, and it just like gets sucked up into your system.
Thank you.
You can go now.
Hope to do business with you again. And I will.
And I hope
waddle out Winnie the Pooh style.
And I hope that we don't. Enjoy your time in Newark City. As they slam the door behind you. All right. You watch as Sundial waddles back out of the interrogation room with all of the money that he paid for you to get in.
I'm a damn good negotiator.
Good job.
Next time you should talk to the people at the gate, Sundial.
What?
Don't give them the satisfaction.
Good. Better than I did.
As the two guards that stopped you at the gate before now reassume their post. Oh, I hope Quinlan is back. Quinlan! I don't know. Maybe he is, maybe he's not.
I'm no longer hearing the music, by the way.
Oh shit, are you not? Oh, because I disconnected and reconnected. Oops!
Yeah. Oh, that was wonderful.
I'm like, man, this interrogation room is very, like, ugh.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
There we go.
Ah, yes, victory music.
Okay. Here, I'll go back to, like,
Welcome
just the
back,
open
Rhys.
ocean. Welcome back.
Sparky, Sparky, Boom Man.
Hello?
Let's go.
Yes?
Uh-oh.
Hello?
Can you hear us? We can't hear you, but can you hear us?
This headphones might have disconnected.
All right.
There you are.
There we go.
There we go.
My microphone decided it didn't want to work.
Oh, that's
There's
weird.
that-
I
those-
said
those-
to, so I said, you watch as Sundial waddles back out of the interrogation room with all of the money that he paid for you to pass. Apparently, him giving up the document was enough to give for the money to be repaid back. In his vision. And he's right, he is a damn good negotiator. So,
Good job.
the guards
I'm a
reassume their positions.
sorcerer.
Halberd in one and crossbow in the other. The halberd guard pulls out his bullhorn again.
You are now free to travel the waters of Newark City and the land of 1,000 puddles. Please enjoy your time in Newark City, and God bless the Godfather.
Or, actually, the Allfather. Yeah. I forgot it was the Allfather, not the Godfather.
And God's bless the Allfather, may he reign in New York forevermore.
And he squeaks, and the gate slides open as you are allowed to pass.
You know, I never really met my father. Maybe this Allfather needs or owes me child support.
It's the Allfather. Get it right.
Also not how child support works.
It's not the Allfather, it's the Allfather.
So,
Allfather.
in that case, Sundial adopted or emancipated? Or orphan?
Listen,
Sundial and orphan.
The
I'm just a
orphan,
little
emancipated,
guy.
or adopted?
Can I just be a little guy? I don't want to think about what I used to be.
Can I just be a little guy?
Like, I just want to be this little guy that's waddling around and being fun. Okay.
He's adopted.
Papers?
I
I
forgot.
have him. He is mine.
I forgot that I
21.
used this.
21.
I forgot that I used this in an ANIPOD Jeopardy episode.
Oh,
This was my answer to one of the final Jeopardy questions.
Okay.
get
21.
ready soon.
Hey!
By the way, yeah, coming soon. Oh, that reminds me. I need to speak to you, Chaos, after this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I'm
yeah,
scared.
we were coming to an
Someone's in
end.
trouble.
I see you,
I'm scared.
and we are coming to an end.
Going to...
Oh yeah, we're
Chaos
approaching
is
3
gonna-
hours. This has been a great session so far. I love it. So, we're gonna continue to the traveling just a little bit because there was no random encounter for the third part of the day. However, as you continue to travel upriver at a heightened pace, thanks to the engine thing with Kenazoror's Kenarorales? Yeah, Kenarorales. What a great name. As you're traveling along the riverbank, you notice that along with the trees growing, and just because there is natural life growing doesn't mean they are not covered in refuse. A lot of these trees, whether intentional or not, look like they've been TP'd and nobody has done anything about it. Like, it looks like these trees almost grow toilet paper with how much is covering
Hey,
them.
Zog.
Yeah.
What's this used for?
It's
Why
for
is
when
it
a
on the
bear
tree?
shits in the woods.
Oh, shit. You mean those two-headed things that, like, stand up sometimes?
Yeah.
Ah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway. But as you're traveling along, you begin to hear... I need to see if there's a waterfall audio on here. I hope there is.
Waterfall?
Oh, yeah, we're gonna go see the waterfall.
Yeah.
Guys, this is the last episode of the campaign. We get to see a waterfall.
Don't go chasing waterfalls. Dippy's gonna, like, send the biggest fucking monster he can the moment we get to the waterfall. They warned us.
Oh, this is called Jungle Shaman. No, wait. Let me just look for, like, a waterfall ambience on YouTube real quick.
Can anybody tell me what this is used for?
What that is? Looks like a massage brush.
Is
It's a sex toy from the fourth dimension.
Oh god.
It's for it's like a body
Whoa.
scrubber.
What?
Is that too loud?
Yes.
It
Okay, let me turn
sounds
it
like
down.
static.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is literally
So loud.
calming,
It's
powerful mountain,
waterfalls.
waterfall, and river.
Waterfalls
sounds
do
like
sound like
home.
static.
Sounds like white noise.
They do kind of sound like white noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
I will
Yeah, but Dono, what you've got there is a body scrubber for the shower.
Oh,
Yeah,
it feels really good to kind of like.
yeah.
yeah, it's an exfoliator.
They also have one for shampoo.
Yep.
Really
Yes.
nice.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been using mine a lot lately, and I love
Do
it.
you put soap in it and then you scrub?
Yep.
Sorry. I didn't grow up on this fancy shit. God damn.
All right.
They make smaller ones that are a little tougher for your beard that feel
Oh,
amazing, buddy. I'll send you some links.
Oh,
you go.
buddy. Oh
So-
my god.
Can you
That
send me
sounds
some links
heaven.
too?
For your
Thank
beard?
you.
Yes.
Yes,
boyfriend.
my nice luscious beard.
Honestly, it probably feels just great on the skin, period.
Probably.
So,
They do.
as you travel closer, a little farther down the river than the checkpoint, you come to the right, you come to the bearing right turn where the Coleman River takes a divergence to continue cutting across the continent. And then you see the straight ahead river that leads closer and closer to an outcropping of rocks that seem to surround a large area like a natural born wall. And the noise of the water gets louder and louder. And you hear it begin to crest over the sides of the natural rock and begin to fall down, down, down into craters and pits and puddles below. As you travel through the threshold of the natural rock formations, mist covers the entrance. And Allie is struggling.
Just cloak.
Cloak.
I was like,
Just
I don't like it.
I just throw a cloak over her.
Allie just needs like a full body raincoat. She just like.
Now can you
Like those, like those people on the boat for Niagara Falls, just like, this sucks. Why did I sign up for this?
I tried.
Like, this is
As you
prettier on
pass through-
TV.
As you pass through the natural mist, and you come out the other side to a natural landscape of wonder. As the mist subsides, you look about and you see a pool of an infinity pool of water that is kept in place by a naturally occurring tide pool wall. Your boat is in no danger of falling over the side of a waterfall from this vantage point. But oh my gods, does it look beautiful. You look around and you see natural rocky spikes jutting from torn and sundered earth, canyons and ravines dotting and slashing through the landscape like a giant had a battle with a titan, and their sword marks forever marred the land. And you're surrounded on all sides by dozens, hell, hundreds of naturally occurring waterfalls and lakes and streams. There are floating islands that dot the center of the crater that stands before you, being held aloft by the natural magic of the ore that is at the core of the planet. You see waterfalls falling off of these floating islands and diverting into large mists. Clouds form below the floating islands, creating a layer like a blanket in between where the water starts and where it ends. You look off for miles and miles of rocky outcrops and lush green landscape. But the green is not grass, nor foliage, nor flower. It is the stone that was created by the impact of the meteor so many years ago. Sundial, this place feels very familiar to you. It feels very picturesque. You feel at home. Because this is where you landed not all too long ago. It's comforting. It reminds you of a child being brought back to their birthplace. And it's peaceful. Allie, the natural mist has subsided. The deck of your boat is not like covered in wet anymore.
I can just sense the water around me, and I'm just like, I'm not. I'm
and
ready
you
for
couldn't
a
before the
splash,
fact that you were on a
stray rain.
Yeah, a stray.
So now
I'm like, I already had a devious god try to trickle me with water. I'm not here for this, but I'm gonna be here because my new friends like it here.
Willow. It's gorgeous. It's everything you dreamed it would be.
Just staring.
As you look around, you see that life here prospers. Some mutated, some not. And then, just off in the distance, atop one of the floating islands, you see what looks like smoke. A fire. Something's wrong. People shouldn't be on these floating islands, and if they were, they wouldn't be, you know, they wouldn't be bothered by anybody around them, but this feels unnatural. Almost as if there's one blemish of the natural beauty of the landscape. And then you hear a long, loud, thunderous crash as you watch a chunk of a floating island break off and fall into the valley below. With a mighty roaring, thunderous heave, the rock falls through the air and lands deep in the cavern below with an almighty thud as another crash rings out across the valley. How long does your speak with animals last? Is it like an all-day thing, or is it a...
10 minutes.
Oh. So that conversation with Frank took up a lot of that time. But... Okay, then I'll put it this way. You hear a mournful screech, as it sounds like something on that floating island is in grave danger. And from there, we will pick up next episode.
Isn't this place great?
Beauty is definitely the eyes of the beholder.
There's a beholder?
No.
Oh God! Please no.
Like, be the holder.
No, that's not what she means. As Quinlan is like disrobing and passing it on.
Yeah.
To stand out in the rain and the thunder.
Yeah.
Zog and Quinlan ass naked under the waterfall. What was that?
Dick out.
Oh God!
Strike me, God.
He just goes down to his skin.
Strike me down, Zeus.
Oh, you are more modest than Zog.
But if it's called for skinny dipping, he'll do it.
We'll get into that.
Let's do it!
We'll get into that on the next episode.
Thunderhell's always needed.
So, anticipate a new episode of the In-Quy'zz-ition on Friday, January 19th, as we continue our long journey into the depths of this wonderful continent, as you finally get to see a waterfall, and not just a waterfall, but the most you think you ever will see in your life. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. Your adventure matters, and please roll for your initiative. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.